Let's fucking go. You are listening to the Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need.
And here we go. It is Wednesday. And this is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy, and the other fucking guys in the room. We got Leo behind all the controls.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning to you. And Mike, who what did you have? What was your breakfast meal with McDonald's? What's your go-to?
My go-to, it's always the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. It's like one of the few things I think that they haven't fucked up over the course of time, at least.
I'll agree to that. That and the hash browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you? But, crazier shit's
They'll find a way.
I'm doing well this morning. How about yourself, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah.
Ready to sound off?
Yeah.
On a few things?
For a few things.
Lingering on your mind a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I was sharing with Leo, we've been, since we're done with Landman, and we
just finished Landman, by the way, so I can now talk to you about it.
Yeah, so you watched both seasons?
Both seasons.
Yeah. So what did you think about the difference between the two seasons?
I definitely enjoyed the first season a lot more than the second one, I would have to say. But I like the ending of season 2 better than I like the first ending of the first season.
Because it kind of got back on track. I mean, the chick stuff wasn't terrible, but it was.
They were good at dripping like those things here and there, but it was, I think, at the beginning of the season they were like covering I think there was like two or three episodes where it was just like. Ugh. Like, it's cool, I get it for like a show format kind of thing, but at the same time, I was like, let's move on. There's a lot more important stuff happening now.
I mean, getting these senior citizens stoned.
Yeah.
that was...
Like, it's funny, don't get me wrong.
That's funny a time or so, but it was every time.
That's what I'm saying. It was nice, like here and there would have been nice, but the fact that it was like a main point of the show, thing. Like that, it got a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm the odd man out here then.
Need to watch it. It's a really good show.
Everyone tells me to
totally
watch it,
legit,
24/7.
And what I say, and we'll see if Leo agrees. Billy Bob Thornton, there is no better person to play that role. That role was designed for him. He is the perfect person. I can't imagine another person doing it. He makes the character so believable.
I really do think that it was like they wrote that script with him in mind.
Yeah,
it really does fit perfectly. Like. I'm not going to say that the acting was perfect because there was acting here and there but I don't know if that's because Billy Bob is very, what's the word? He has a very specific way of acting, right? Like you said, like it was written for him. There was things here and there where I would have been like, the delivery could have been slightly better, but it was hilarious. Like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to spoil anything, but that one time where he's on the road, on the freeway or whatever, and he's like, God, give me a signal or something, whatever. Like, it was, like, I love it. It was hilarious, but his delivery of his last line or whatever, where he was like,
yelling to God
or whatever, I was like, it could have been delivered a bit better, but it was still funny. It was still really funny, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just amazing. The only downfall is he is a little pussy whipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry,
but I think his character. But I think that's how his character is built.
Like,
he's because he's self-aware of the fact that he's like okay with being able to like.
But
because that's the conversation we have with this kid all the time.
She don't have a magic pussy. There is no such thing.
I
mean,
from the sounds of it, it sounded like he did have some sort of.
It seems like it is, but. That's not a thing, dude. But good. So what Dawn and I have been doing since, Mike, we've been watching, we've gone back to the beginning of the 007 movies.
Yeah.
and we've been watching those. We just finished the last of the Sean Connery, which started in 1962.
Yeah.
And then his last one in 71, although he did one with another production company later on. And we'll watch those too. But most of the movies, except for I think 3 of them, were all done by this Elan Productions.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard of him.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's one later on where he like comes back, but just the way men and women were in the 60s, it's so worth watching.
Dynamic.
And just the action and how far we've come, in action movies and real punching and hitting and just the whole fakeness of it all. It's so comical to watch.
I'm like used to that because I would watch like westerns with my grandpa a lot, and that's just like that was to a T. Like the cowboys be getting in a fight, and you could clearly see he's like punching, but he's punching like right past him, and like they do their best to just be like, oh shit. But it's just
you see them jumping, literally jumping backwards.
Yeah, they're getting like lifted off their feet. So I'm like used to that, but like some people like they can't even like sit through that for whatever reason. I personally think there's nothing wrong. I think it's like not comical.
I think
like
a
making fun
lot of
it.
them is the pacing, not necessarily the actual. I think that is one thing that I remember a lot of older films is that the pacing isn't as quick for people, I guess. So it's harder for people to stick around and actually watch the movies.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it just depends on the genre too. Like westerns is a little bit different. Like they can be anywhere from 45 minutes long to an hour and a half. But 45 minutes for a western back then was like a long ass time. I mean, I watched Cheyenne Bodie, the TV show Cheyenne Bodie. Oh, well, he's like supposed to be like, this big hero. He's like this big dude, broad shoulders. Everybody loves him. But they're great episodes, but they're like 15 minutes long. So they usually have like 1 or 2 episodes. Like
at 15?
Like 15. It's what it feels like, 15, 20 minutes long. Because it's like it doesn't run that long, but then they run into like another episode of it as well. So like feels like they did kind of the split with the back-to-back rather than going like a full half hour, 45 minutes. That could have changed like, over the time of the filming, but I thought that was something interesting. Like they kind of do the back-to-back. Like I hate to bring it up. I don't know if you're too familiar with it, but how SpongeBob used to do their episodes, it would be like a 10 to 15 minute episode, and then they have another.
But it's split into 2.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a 30-minute episode, quote unquote, but it'd be 2 episodes within the one.
Yeah. In a sense, yeah. The same concept. Yeah.
I get it. So that's what we've been doing, and it's been pretty funny. We're going to continue. There's like 25 of them.
I was going to say, how many movies do they have?
There's a lot.
I say just in my time frame, like my lifespan, I've seen
it's like 6 or 7,
like something like that. Like definitely at least 5, something like that, and all the classic ones too. It's like I had somebody, actually a friend of mine, tell me, he's a little bit older than me. He's like, James Bond 007, that's my favorite franchise ever. So it's like alive and well. It may not be like, Layman talked about type of popularity, but it's that staple that some people like. It'll always be there for them.
It seems like it. They've gone through, quite a number of guys, and some better than others, but
27 films in total.
Yeah, see, but the Eon, it's Eon, not Elon. I was saying the Eon has the 25.
Eon Productions.
Yeah, and then there's like 2 that were considered independent.
2 unofficial films.
It's weird that Casino Royale is some kind of satire or something.
Really?
And there's a Casino Royale, I think in the 90s or something.
67.
Yeah, but there's one later.
No, there's a new. It came out.
Yeah,
like,
there's one later. Wait.
2005.
Yeah, something later.
2006.
Yeah, Casino. That
there you go.
That one's
see?
good though. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Which is why it's interesting why he said the original was supposed to be like satire, because that was like the Casino Royale that I know.
Yeah, that's just what
good.
I read. I don't understand what they meant by it being, satire.
Maybe they just had to say that.
We're moving. We're actually jumping back to the one in 1969 where I guess there was dispute. It's part of the Queen's something or Secret Service or something where they were having problems working out a contract. because he wanted more money. And they didn't want to pay him. So then they tried this other dude and they crashed. So then they brought him back in 1971.
Gotcha.
So there is a little bit of a break. And so we watched the one in 1971. We have not watched the 69 movie yet, which that one's going to be next. We're going to do that tonight. Watch that one. So
it sucks for the other guy because like a lot of people probably didn't even give him a chance. They're like, he's not him, so who gives a shit?
No, he kind of owned that for a good minute. It's just sometimes like, like he was jumping off this platform, into the water, and he didn't even take his jacket off. It's like, yeah, you could have taken your suit jacket off, probably.
No time. No time.
It's just different things that
got to do hero stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so what do we got? You guys gonna introduce our segments here? Go ahead. Let's get rolling.
So today we're gonna start off with something nice and fun. What we're gonna be going ahead and do is we're gonna play a few seconds of a clip. I'm gonna pause it, and then you're gonna give me what you think is going to happen next.
All right.
For the future, we might give you some like multiple choice options, but for now, we're just gonna have you watch them, and then you decide what you believe is going to happen next.
All right.
There's volume here. Sorry. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready to fry my turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Okay. I love you.
What do you think is going to happen next, Troy? Break down what you're seeing going right now. This gentleman's frying a turkey inside.
Yeah, that probably isn't good. He should be in his garage, I'm guessing.
I've never done it inside anywhere.
I'm going to guess he put too much oil in there. So he's going to drop that turkey in there, and we're going to
get a little bit of overflow.
Get some overflow.
All right, let's find out.
Oh, Lord. Not that fucking stupid, y'all, okay?
That was the best part. Like, I saw he gave that at the end. I was like, yeah, let's throw that in.
So slightly off, but
that's it.
that was it.
We don't get to see what he did with the turkey.
He doesn't
do it.
No, he's like, he doesn't do
He's
shit.
just flipping
He's just like, fuck y'all. And just
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
All right, we got second clip coming up here. All right, Troy, you let us know what is going to be happening next here.
What was that?
So I know it was quick, but
yeah, is that like a rope or something?
That is rope, yes.
Let's play it one more time for him.
We can start it here. It's just it happens real quick, so I'm trying to pause it before it actually happens. I don't know if you see that movement. So you see the gentleman kind of, it seems like he reacts to something.
So I'm guessing a band around the container snapped. So we might see some stuff fall.
All right, let's see what happens next, Troy.
Oh, fuck.
Well, but
that was what? That was an electrical line?
It was just a pipe. I think they were laying down some sort of.
But take a look in the bushes over there to the left.
Fuck, man.
Head just pops up out of nowhere.
Just pops his head out.
How did he even make it there?
That's exactly. That's how we were trying to figure out.
Holy shit!
That was my reaction as soon as I saw it too. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you'll love this one. All right, Troy. What happens next?
Whoa, that was a little bit big for that guy, wasn't it?
a little bit horsepower, too much horsepower for him.
Wow.
Oh, I will have to say this. We will plan on throwing in some here that aren't super family friendly. So it is possible for you to see something that you would not expect to see. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with he's losing a part of he's amputating part of his leg.
Find out.
Whoa!
Imagine landing on that stomach first and getting to walk away from that.
He's like,
He's not. We'll play this one more time just so you can see it in real time. But
that is crazy.
like that is so
that scares me every single time I see
Oh.
it. He lands on his stomach,
And because there's no guard on that thing.
Nope.
He could have easily landed and just ripped his guts out.
Oh yeah,
Holy fuck!
he's so lucky he landed on the top of that.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, is somebody filming that? Did he have a camera just set
It looked like it
up?
was more of a tripod. So like, if he were to actually like got hurt, like he would have been by himself. So
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't remember this one, Leo. Did you pull this on?
no, this was all you, brother.
Oh, yeah, I remember this one now.
This one does happen pretty quickly as well, Troy. So just
right.
bear with me. This white pause really quick.
All right.
What happens here, Troy?
He's just fallen in.
Falling into the
Head
water.
Is it water?
Head first. You falling in head first?
Yeah, this is the Ninja Warrior. That
Okay.
course they typically do.
He'll do a backsplat.
All right, let's find out.
There was no. Oh, pulls himself up. What a save!
He says, "No, sir, not today,"
Unreal.
and then he falls. Imagine.
He said, "I work out, Troy. You see that core strength? I work out."
That is pretty good.
I mean, let's watch it full time here.
There was no. Oh, pulls himself
Very
up.
impressive in my opinion, being able to catch yourself from that. angle.
Yeah.
Because honestly, even with the momentum, like you still gotta have that core strength to like get yourself over that last little bit. Like,
And
that's
then
impressive.
to finish that quickly instead of like pausing and
And like
gathering
getting yourself together.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'll go with that. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. And it happens pretty quickly as well.
Oh.
What happens next, Troy?
Oh, bitches' heads get smacked. Well, I don't know. Is that a female?
It's
think
up
it's
to
a dude.
debate.
We don't know.
We cannot clarify whether that is a man or not.
Yeah, because I'm probably
We can bitch.
Appropriating.
No, bitch can be used for both men and women. All right, Troy. Let's see what happens. What happened here? Did auto skip into the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
this,
this is-
like, who told him to duck?
Whew. I couldn't even.
Is that
thing
a
is-
foreign language?
I was gonna say
No,
like
that's in English.
I would say if they're speaking English, they didn't need to speak real
I think they were
English.
saying his name.
Oh, because it's like it doesn't make any sense. But I'm assuming the urgency, like he just knew. He's
No,
like,
I think you can hear a man's voice like last second saying duck. Because it sounds like whoever's recording is like maybe like a mom or
Yeah.
like a sister or something, and she's yelling his name. But if you do listen, there is a gentleman's voice in the background
Okay.
that says duck.
oh yeah,
I think the gentleman that's sitting next to him says something
yeah, he does say it. I hear it like right at
like
the end.
very at the end.
But you,
Very last second.
I know, but I really wanted to see his ass get smacked.
Hey, I mean, there's plenty of videos out there where it does.
It
happen.
will, yeah. Well, I'm about to say, like that's the best part of these videos is you don't know what will happen.
All right.
I think this will be our last one for the segment, so we can move on to the big stories. But let's see what finds. Let's see. What happens here, Troy?
I'm gonna say that the car that we see in front is gonna end up in those bushes or whatever that embankment
Over
is.
here.
Yeah, it's gonna end up over there.
All right, let's find out.
Gully.
Oh,
Dude, I understand that noise you made too. Like you make the
After the nice save.
He's like, "Ugh." I get
he made it. He got the save.
Oh man, but that was our segment. Guess the ending.
All
I
right.
appreciate you. You know,
playing along.
playing along with us,
Of
Troy.
course. Of course. Yeah.
But
get
now
it.
we will definitely be heading over to our first story.
All right.
We'll definitely let you take that.
first story today that what kind of triggered this for me is here in Arizona, that something Dawn saw the other day in Queen Creek. Queen Creek is an upscale suburban community. I think that's pretty fair to say. One of the fastest growing areas in all of Arizona. About 2005, it had just less than 5,000 people. And now we have pretty close to 85,000 people here in Queen Creek. So very, very fast growing. Everything seems to be new. You know, our sidewalks are new, our schools all over the place, churches everywhere. I mean, you think there's churches in the South, baby. We got fucking churches here, man. We do. Of all different types. You know, there are some that are seem to be more dominant. But just a great community. And we see, you know, Phoenix is like any other big city. It's got its homeless, it's got its crime problems, whatever, just like any other big city does. Occasionally you'll see things. Usually it'll be in Phoenix, though, if you're going to see a protest, although Dawn and I saw a protest recently when we were in Scottsdale. They had kind of taken over a corner in Scottsdale. And of course, you know, anti-ICE, that's the whole thing. But there's the latest thing is they've been involving kids and getting kids to walk out and getting kids to carry signs. And that's something that she saw and, you know, related to me. So I didn't get to see that, but I do see that, you know, this is something that's happening. I guess it's coordinated across the country.
That's what it seems like.
Yes. And particularly coordinated by these teachers' unions. Have a lot to do with it.
And a lot of them are.
And here's the thing. They've done such a terrible job for kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know, of our kids, especially our inner city kids, just are not being able to do the basics or being able to graduate with at an 8th grade level of math and reading and writing. 8th grade, and we're talking about high school graduation, and they do not have their abilities aren't even up to the junior high level, and they want more money. They totally fucked up our kids when it came to COVID and not opening the schools. I mean, it really fucked up a whole generation of kids. And it's made them, at least in my experience, they're much worse off in their people skills and their skills in being able to relate to people in situations and this whole thing. And I noticed it a few years ago, and it would be in relationships that I was in and, you know, and with the kids as well, that, you know, and the parents went along with it, which I'm not in agreement with, but that, they just don't feel comfortable. Well, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Well, you know what? Life is all about doing uncomfortable things. It just is. And this generation has no idea how to adapt to uncomfortable situations. They just think that that's just a terrible thing and they just want out. If it's something like that, like, just get me out of here. I need my safe space. I need my safe room. I need protected. But you're putting these kids out. These kids are not equipped to know. This is no different. They did it to us. You know, I grew up in a very, very small town of about 2,200 people, and there was going to be a teacher strike. There was a levy. Okay, there was a levy, and the school wanted more money. They wanted to increase teachers' pay, and it wasn't going well. The campaign wasn't going well. And I don't remember how it got organized, but I was in high school, how it got organized. But I think maybe the news showed up, but it was towards the end of the day where all the kids were going to walk out in support of the teachers. Dude, I had no clue what was going on.
That was my biggest point.
I had no clue. Like, I at that point in my life, I had some conservative figures that I liked and that I had read about and things like that, but I didn't know shit about property taxes or what had been going on as far as school funding. And in the state of Ohio, the Ohio Supreme Court had ruled that the way we funded our schools did not align with the state constitution, was unconstitutional. Do you know what they ever did about it?
No.
Nothing.
I'm not surprised.
Nothing. Unconstitutional, but they never changed it. Like, how is that a thing? But I didn't know that stuff until later in my adult life, when that stuff was a big part of, what I advocated for and what, my involvement with schools and how schools are funded. But I had no clue. All I was a young teenage kid who knew, who just went along with all the other kids. And I don't remember if we were given a choice or not, but if you see the majority or greater than the majority of the kids going outside, man, you're just going along. You don't want to bring attention to yourself in that way where you're going to be the lone one back in the classroom, saying, I don't agree with this, and maybe that happens today, but that's just so rare.
I was gonna the one thing I was gonna I think the one thing that changes a lot of those aspects though is the fact that social media is so big in kids in schools compared to back then where it was more word of mouth. So a lot of children of that age they didn't care to pay attention to a lot of politics because it wasn't their thing. Nowadays, especially with social media, it's being pushed out a lot. And in fact, there's a focus on the younger children.
Of course.
So
they're influenced, but they still don't have the ability. They don't have the life experience to know or understand what's going on.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said, word for word. The one thing I will say to that is, like, whether you're 10, 15, 30, 55 or whatever, like you have an understanding of what you kind of, because I get what you're saying. Like, a lot of these kids are using it as an excuse to just get out of school.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main reason people are doing this.
Sure.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I do think there's a handful, if not a more, of kids that genuinely do believe in what they actually are protesting, not only because maybe they themselves, because of social media, but also because a lot of the times the parents, the guardians are, there's going to be a lot of connections, right?
Well, look, they're just being influenced by the parents or the teachers or both.
Mm-hmm.
And that's normal, no matter what their beliefs are. I'd agree with that. That's a normal thing. But what the one thing is that experience does matter. I mean, you can read about things and that's wonderful. And I definitely believe in that. But, at being 57, going on 58 years old soon, I've lived through multiple presidents dealing with immigration, going back to Reagan. Now, prior to Reagan, I didn't know, a lot as far as experience goes. You know what I mean?
Yes, but the one thing I'll have to say about that is the fact that back then, like, a lot of the immigrants we didn't have the confidence to protest. We didn't have because like back then it was a lot more scary to be out in public and to actually stand behind something that you believed in.
Okay, but see, the thing was back then, you know what we did? You know what Reagan did?
No.
Amnesty. He gave them amnesty. We said that all the ones that were here, okay, you get to be citizens, but we're going to stick through the rules going forward.
That's what you said.
And then guess what they did? They didn't stick to the rules. They fucked Reagan over. He compromised with the Democrats and went along with the amnesty, and then we got fucked and didn't get the other things we were supposed to get with it. That's the problem. Like I lived through that. And that's why, when they've wanted these comprehensive bills since then that include like everything, we're like, yeah, no, we don't trust that because that's not how it worked before. We tried that and we got fucked over. We want to do this in steps. And that's why we want to complete the first step of closing the border. The second step, removing people from, and especially removing ones that have additional criminal background or whatever, that we want to do this in phases and steps because we just don't believe in the comprehensive plans that they've done in the past, that it just didn't work. And it's no different than how you teach a kid. If you keep relenting to the kid, if the kid keeps pushing, and if the kid asks you 5 times for candy at the grocery store and you say no 5 times, but on the 6th time you say yes, you can't be mad at the kid the next time you say no and the kid is asking 6 times again, because you just trained him. If he says it 6 times, he's likely to get what he wants. Or maybe he'll have to do 7 or whatever. But if he goes long enough, it'll happen. You've literally just trained him like that. And that's what we've done with the immigration. We've trained them. If you do this, eventually we'll relent and be all right. You can come, and you're already here, so we might as well. And people are just done with that, or it just didn't work. And I'm just saying that a lot of the younger people don't know that history of what we've done with immigration in the past, or even the things that we've talked about or pulled up, that even on legal immigration, that there were periods of time where we literally almost shut that shit down in this country, where there was very little immigration of any kind, legal or otherwise. And it's more of, it's not just, we don't hate people of other, at least people who believe in immigration the way that I do. We don't hate people of other countries. We just feel like our shit is out of control and our spending is out of control, and we need to get our shit together first before we be doing all these other things. We've been doing all these other things, helping all these other countries with their self-defense or their immigration or whatever, that we want to focus on us for a minute. Like, take care of our house. What business do we have interfering in somebody else's house or in another country when we don't have our shit together? Very hard. You know what I mean? It's just very hard to accept. And it's a catch. It's hard. I don't want to get off topic, but it's like Iran. I really feel for the Iranians right now, because we don't know if they've killed 5,000 of them or if they've killed 45,000. Yeah. That's the range that's been put out there, and we don't know. Maybe somebody knows in the government, and they're lying to us because we don't trust them anymore, because we've been lied to so many times about September 11th and all that shit that we don't know. But if they actually are, we always want, how about you stick up for yourself? If you stick up for yourself, maybe we'll help you out. But us coming and freeing you without your participation hasn't worked. That's another thing that just hasn't worked. But, if we have given signals to the Iranian people or they think we've given them signals that, hey, if you really push, if you're serious about this, then we'll help. That's hard for me, because I'm the one, like, I'd want to help them. But on the other hand, I'm also of that, like,
I know what you mean.
I'm still tired of us
footing the bill.
We're interfering and different things, and then we have Venezuela, and I'm kind of okay with that, but it's a bigger picture. I see China as a threat, and I think these other countries have also used immigration against us. It's not just it's not this Latin thing or this Mexican thing. It's not. It's the fact that even a couple thousand might not seem like a lot, but you telling me that a couple thousand people who are on a terrorist watch list have slipped through and we don't know where they're at? That doesn't concern you? 2,000 doesn't sound like a lot?
I feel like they know where they're at, though.
Well, no, actually, dude.
Maybe they do.
Well, there was that incident.
But that still seems, my point is, doesn't that, even though it's a couple thousand, it seems like a lot to me.
Oh, I mean, that's not a small
But we made it
people.
easy for them.
Well,
but I think that's the whole reason why I feel the way I do is because the government literally, like, they did it to themselves. It's not like a majority of what I've heard when it comes to immigration was like a priority for the government, whether it was the left, the right, the center, whatever, but the government itself, or whether it was the government or people associated with the government that aren't actually government, but a lot of the immigration stuff, a lot of like the criminal stuff, a lot of everything that goes on in the U.S. was kind of constructed by the U.S. Whether or not it went their way is one thing, but like a lot of everything that's happening in the U.S. is because of the U.S., not outside factors.
Because some people, like, it's not always like they had immediate bad intentions. Like, there are a lot of people that want to do good that are in office, and I will say it's a much fewer than the people that aren't doing good. But I feel like the ones that are there, they have the right intentions, but it just gets taken advantage by.
But like
people.
whether you have the right intentions or not, however the game is like laid out to be played is how the game's going to be played. I mean, Trump said it himself, right? Like, yeah, the game is rigged, but you guys set it up to be this way, so I'm going to play the game. Same thing with, in my opinion, whether that role is as small as the secretary of whoever's fucking whatever or the president, like that. The rules are the rules, and however good you want to do, you are going to be limited to the rules
just kind of continuing with the people that have come on, that were on the terrorist watch list. There's another concern right now that's also being talked about that we could include in this, and that's that it's called birth tourism or something like that.
Terrorism?
Birthright tourism.
Oh, tourism. Oh.
Tourism.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like what they do is they get, pregnant and they come over here to visit on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they call it. Okay,
have the kid on purpose to make them an American citizen. And it's something that's being done by the Chinese. And I don't know deeply into this. It's just like surface stuff right now. But that they're not only doing it to our country, they're doing it to Western countries.
Well, look,
what I'm saying?
It seems like Canada's the most popular because of the free healthcare, the universal health care. It looks like Canada's like the main reason.
Yeah. Well, their healthcare and our social benefits that we have. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually had an incident like that when I was still working at the bank. And I was at the branch, and it was like this family that came in, and I ended up figuring out that they were Venezuelan, but they didn't have like any identification. They didn't speak any English or anything, but they did have a debit card. And so we did have somebody there that could speak Spanish, and they were talking to them. And they're like, yeah, we basically just got off a plane. Like, we got this debit card. It has like 10K. We want to withdraw all 10,000 right now. And it's like, they have no ID, no nothing whatsoever. Like, but they somehow have access to just an immediate $10,000, which I'm sure that's probably gonna get reloaded at some point. So I'm with you on a lot of that stuff. Kind of going back to how you said that a lot of countries can take advantage of our immigration laws. We actually had that incident where was 2 professors or scientists from the University of Michigan. I don't know if you ever saw that, but they got caught at the airport. I believe they're either traveling to or from, but they had like pathogens on them.
They were from China.
Yeah, and it's like we have that going on. Plus, they just found that that lab in Nevada that was also supposed to be there's some Chinese biolab that housed pathogens like that, and it's hidden in plain sight. I mean, people walk past this building all day, every day, and they had no clue. And so that's just 2 incidences.
And my point is just that most adults don't have a deep understanding of this. You know, I do because it interests me, and I'm not an expert, but I think I know, at least I know more than the average person, I believe, does.
Yeah.
You know? And so if the adults typically really don't know or have that deep of a knowledge, they're just going on pure emotion.
Yeah.
And they're transferring that to the kids, and the kids don't know. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit with your anti-law enforcement sign and your you know, it's again, it's just a way to be part of a community or be part of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'm part of the Purple Hair Club, or you know, whatever the fuck that shit is now.
I also I'm like, what the hell are the parents doing? Like, so just to give you like kind of a context in my perspective of this, I'm okay with like them wanting to express their right to protest, their right to free speech, everything like that, but when we had a similar incident, it wasn't about immigration. It was actually we had beef with our school over our lunches. The quality just went shit. So everybody was like, you know what? We're not going to be buying your lunches anymore. We're all going to be staging this protest and stuff like that. And it was fine. Like, it was nice, like people organizing towards something that we all agreed upon. And there wasn't really any like outside factors. This was
Did you all brown
in-house.
bag it?
Yeah, we were brown. Yeah, packed lunch, all that stuff.
That's cool.
Parents would drop us
I'm
off.
totally cool with that.
And it's like that it got the point across, but we weren't missing school. We weren't disrupting other people's day. Like, we weren't doing that. It was just.
There's no rule that says you have to pay for your lunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's a great protest. That's all makes sense.
So like when I see them, literally all these high schoolers, they're leaving school just to go protest for this. Yes, I agree with Leo that some genuinely do believe in this. They have friends, parents, family, like whoever it is. But there's been a couple, it might not have been protests, but there's been a lot of reasons in the past where I was just like, oh, that's a free pass to get out of school? Fuck yeah. I don't know what it's about, but sure, let's do it.
Yeah. It's just, kids need to be in school. That's just it. Kids need to be in school. Actually, I can't believe it. Actually, I'm all for any parent that can, and for increasing in numbers, to kind of do what you guys did by brown bagging it and saying thanks but no thanks.
Yeah.
And parents, or maybe parents, get together in groups, like 3 or 4 families get together, and one of them is a stay-at-home parent, and you start homeschooling your kids.
Yep.
You know, I'm all for that. It's about
growing.
Yeah, it's growing for a reason. People no longer like or believe in the product or the result that we're getting from the product.
That and charter schools.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm all for choice. I'm all for, because to me the solution to everything has always been better education and choice in education for the kids. How do you reduce poverty? That's one of the ways you reduce poverty. You know, that's one of the key elements. It's let's see, it's graduating. It's your parents staying together, if possible. And what was not getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant.
Yeah.
Like if you accomplish those 3 things early in your life, or goes that direction, the chances of your success are like super, super high.
Yeah.
That just those 3 simple things. But nobody wants to, they don't want to talk about that, or at least.
Too uncomfortable now.
Yes, very much. Very much. So I just, this hard thing about just going after ICE and then seeing the last couple of days, I can't believe this. If I can, again, you know, I can only, I protect my house. My house is what I care about, and then my community. But if this stuff moves into my community, I'll be fucking damned if I let that happen. Now, I'm not going to travel to Minneapolis and fight that battle for him. But if that battle moves here, I am not going to allow this shit. And what I mean by not allow it is they've been wearing masks.
Your favorite thing.
Wearing masks, right? These protesters, these anti-ICE agitators, and they've been bringing junk like barrels and pallets and stuff and blocking the roads.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
And checking on you like a checkpoint, like a DUI checkpoint, checking drivers and looking for ICE that way. And the cops, until it got reported that they attacked a reporter.
What?
Yep, until it got reported that they attacked a reporter earlier this week, and I think that was with the Daily Caller, that the police didn't do anything about it in Minneapolis.
That's fucked.
They allowed them to do it, and then they finally, after this was reported, they came in, you know, with their street cleaning crew or, you know, their street crew and cops and dismantled it. But what they've said in return is, this is super easy for us. They can tear them down all they want. It's super easy. It's just junk. We can have these back up in 10 minutes anywhere, and we need to keep doing this. But they're basically, what do they talk about? The Gestapo and Nazi and
Stupidest
show us your papers.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're doing the exact thing that they said that they hate. I'm so over that kind of shit, and I'll be fucking damned if I let somebody like that, you know, stop
What
me.
do they say? If you can't beat them, join them.
I'll fucking carry, man.
Well, that's the thing.
Come and beat my car.
You try to pull me over for a checkpoint to check me. I'm gonna show you how well this gas pedal works. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. If there's a group of people surrounding my car, like, I have a right to feel threatened there. Understandably.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way. Like, why other reason, like, would you be surrounding my car all at once? It's like shit like that. And like you said, they literally just do what they bitch about. But it's okay because it's in the name of their cause. Mm-hmm. So it's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. And it's like, if anybody's getting attacked by a group of people when they're just trying to go down a road or whatever the fuck it is, they should have to face legal consequences. That's the only thing that's going to be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do it this way. Maybe we have to figure out a different way. And I don't know. That's my biggest issue with protesting nowadays is they're protesting against the same shit that they're doing. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
None. And, you know, I get pride in your heritage to an extent, except for one thing. Everybody is allowed to be proud of their heritage, except for us.
Oh, yeah. I tell that to him all the time.
Except for us. We're not allowed. And that I was looking through, somebody had made a comment, and so I looked at their page and I happened to see this picture, so I posted it. Can you go to my Facebook and pull that up? Yeah, you want to hit me up on Facebook if you can. It'll be one of the first ones there.
Oh, one of your first posts?
Yeah.
Or most recent post?
Yeah. Nope, you're too far down.
The black, yeah. Unapologetically black. Yeah, I actually saw you did post that.
But what my whole point of that was, what would I be called?
Racist.
If I did that immediately, I would immediately be like, and just for posting this, not even having a shirt that says it, just that, there will people that will, then accuse you of being a white supremacist or, if they can say that Nick Shirley,
can I add something on top of that?
Please.
I think the biggest difference, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but white history hasn't been the prettiest, especially American white history hasn't been the prettiest.
Well, that's the thing. It's like,
no. What do you mean? What do you mean though? Because none of history is pretty.
I agree. I don't disagree with that.
And at some point in time,
but the what's the word? Like
she doesn't have to apologize for being black.
No.
I don't want to apologize for being white.
I don't disagree with that, brother. I don't disagree with that at all.
That's all I'm saying.
I think a majority of people have a
stereotype.
Well, I wouldn't call it a stereotype.
No, you got to remember. But remember, my generation was the generation that didn't give a shit. But also, and then it became like, and then we're forced to give a shit again because everything became about being a group again. And my generation hasn't adapted well to that. So the generation before us and after us, that's it. But my generation's where we really thought there was going to be true change, that we were really raised on, doesn't matter about the color of your skin, don't give two fucks. We really were raised and believe in that. And I understand your point because we talked about it before. I'm just saying, like, I still go back to that because that's, their experience, everything, with their experience, you can't deny my experience. You can't deny mine, motherfucker. Mine is mine too, okay? Just as much as yours is you. And even if it's true, even if you are truly a victim, it never will work to live in a state of being a victim. And so
it's worked for a lot of people.
For the ones that want to use it to race bait or that earn money from it or that kind of stuff for them, for sure. But that's not what's best for everyone. That's not Martin Luther King's The Dream. Like we were raised, from when he said that is when my generation was born. Mm-hmm. And so we believed in that dream, that it was going to be about merit, about what you did, and not have all these different things. Like there's no white Hall of Fame, dude. It doesn't exist.
What do you mean?
Is there like other Hall of Fames for people?
Fuck yes, there is.
Really?
There's Black College Hall of Fame and shit. Fuck
okay,
yes,
okay.
there is for sports and stuff.
Like the HBCU and stuff like that, like the Heritage Black.
Just like they have, like, is there a white music award?
Not yet.
No.
But I thought that was just the music awards.
Well, it's
like, wasn't that the whole prize? Like, but isn't that the whole like reason they had a black awards is because they wouldn't allow black artists to be celebrated on the.
But that's not a thing anymore.
That's the thing about a lot of these things. Like arguments come from.
If we're gonna have it, okay, have it.
Yeah.
But then don't when other people like advocate for white only some shit, you're the fucking devil. But it's the only group.
I get what you're saying. I think it's just a lot of this, because whether it happened 50, 100 years ago or whatever, I think a lot of these black, like, because we were talking, I didn't know there was a black national anthem. Like I know
it's not. It's fake.
but it's an actual thing. Like in the 1900s, like they were allowed.
And so is what? What do they call that at Christmas time? What's that other fucked up thing they do? Come on, Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Kwanzaa.
Yeah, it's like Kwanzaa, dude.
But isn't that like a part of religion?
No, what religion is Kwanzaa?
I don't know. I've heard Kwanzaa. I don't know anything about it. So
no, it's right up there. The black KWA. National anthem falls in the same thing.
KWA.
Dude, it's you want to be a part of the country. The national anthem is the country. No, I said, you could be mad at this. Here's my thing always, because you haven't heard this yet. I'm always love your country, hate your government. all the fuck you want, but damn it, love your country, man. Because I just can't live in a negative vibe all the time, you know?
24/7.
Yeah, and they do. I don't know how they do it.
It's because they have nothing else to do.
See, created in 1966.
It's a non-religious holiday.
And nobody has even I don't know. I mean, it's probably been only really out there for 10, 15 years.
Kwanzaa, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even though it was started in 1966.
I've always heard of it, though.
When I was
like growing
but
up.
How old are you? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's, and you take your last 15 years, you've heard of it. Okay. But I'm telling you that from 1966 to 2000, ain't no motherfucker out there ever heard of Kwanzaa. You know, and if they did this, it was a 0.0001% of whoever this dude was talking to, you know.
So how did it get so popular then?
Huh?
How did it get so popular then?
Because it's something that
Because it
is
was just
specifically
black
for-
power,
yeah,
man.
it's
Because
specifically
all
black.
became a thing again, all about dividing, man. All about dividing. I just don't want to be divided. My black brothers are my brothers like any other brother. That's how I roll. And I always have. But I'm just not into this. I'm trying to understand, or I've been trying to understand where it's coming from, like
But where's it coming
the
from?
young men, the youngest generation now, the youngest adult generation,
Yeah.
and how they're just like done with all this dumb shit and the things that, you know, Nick Fuentes says and stuff that are controversial and they put out there, and people similar to him. And, you know, I think I've said what I thought. I think because of my own experience, I do think that some of the things he says are racist. But then you could say something like I just said and posted,
painted as racist.
and do the same thing. Yeah, it could be painted, and it's not coming from racism at all. It's coming from a point of, after 57 years, I'm just so sick of the fucking shit that we're done with it. And it's not that things weren't done wrong, or that you know, it's even like quotas. Okay. You know, we did quotas for a while, but quotas weren't meant to be done forever. You know, at some point that shit's got to come to an end, you know. Now, whether now was the right time or wrong time, too soon, too late, we can debate all that. But eventually it should all come to an end, because that's just another form of racism. It's reverse discrimination, just more discrimination. At some point, we all got to say, ain't none of that shit in the past working for anybody. It's not.
It's not working for most people.
But
I was about to say, it's definitely working for some people.
You're right, but I'll still acknowledge that there are issues, or there are problems, you know, but that, to me, that all boils down
With
to
race?
But that all boils down to education.
You think so?
It all boils
But
down
I think
to
there
education.
isn't. I mean, historically, that's just how humans are. Whether you're smart, dumb, or whatever. Like that was a big point that I was gonna say. It's like humans just naturally, whether we want to or not, like we are gonna be
You're
divided.
gonna always have some biases. Everybody is, but I'm just talking about opportunity, and to have more opportunity, or to take advantage of those opportunities, because we know that other races that have you know, struggled, have also come to this country and succeeded, you know, but there's one group that has succeeded less, and they've had even more opportunity and more help, and it hasn't worked. And it's the ones that were not given the opportunity of a safety net, where they had to sink or swim, that made it. I mean, how many, you know, you listen to somebody like Patrick Bet David and his father, and coming over, and, you know, how he worked, you know, what kind of like shop or store that he worked in, and how he had no money, and just, you know, and it was maybe some other family you lived with for 6 months, but there was no safety net for them. But they all eventually
They made it.
They made it because you just didn't have a choice, man. You can either choose to make shit happen, or you can crawl up in a ball. You know, I have an issue right now with somebody that we were going to do some work with, and on business purposes. And so we had discussed what we were going to do. We had sent him some things, and then it's been nothing for 3 weeks. And it was supposed to be boom, boom, you know, real quick. And now not answering calls, or when he does answer, my brother had a heart attack and died. And I don't mean to not be empathetic, but I'm not very good at that. Mm-hmm. And I'm even worse when it's like, dude, I'm 57. You know how many people I've had die? How about the fact that I went and spent every day in a hospice center, you know, nursing care, hospice nursing care. And my mom was supposed to die in a handful of days, you know, but it took 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And I sat there almost every day until the very end, when I just couldn't take it, and just because she wasn't there anymore. Yeah. It was the final day. She wasn't there. Yeah, she just wasn't cognizant for, you know, because you slowly starve them to death pain-free. That's what you do. That's what it is. But earlier on, when she was able to be awake and communicate, when she was awake, I held her hand and we communicated. When she wasn't awake, I worked on my fucking phone. I did business because I didn't have like family leave like some people get with corporations and shit. I didn't have that shit. I had to work, man. And I'm just thinking about this dude. I'm thinking, what is it you have to do, man? Like, somebody dies, that's not a 24/7 thing, man. What, you just stopped life totally? That, you know, you couldn't have let us know what was going on, or you couldn't answer these couple questions, or been forthcoming. We have to like dig this up, and it just makes me not trust someone. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just makes me.
And it's like, I
would have to. I don't know. I don't mean to disagree, but like especially you said his brother died.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just like a Mexican theme, but the mourning period, it takes a little bit, you know, a little bit of time.
Maybe it does, but that doesn't mean life stops.
No. I
mean, and you might get a few days around the funeral, you know, from your work, but other than that, you still got to show up, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, for sure.
You still got to show up, dude. Like, it's like, we're supposed to get this report back, and he's not even the one doing the report. Like, okay, you could still get that report and send it. That my brother died is not like I can't do anything, you know, kind of a thing.
It's not whether or not you can or can't. It's like you choose not to. Because I don't know. In my opinion, I think something like a brother or a mother or a father dying is, in my opinion, probably more important than that report. In my opinion,
3 weeks later.
I was saying,
it was 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
thought it was like just like a few days.
Well, it's been 3 weeks now,
gotcha.
man.
I think I misheard that part.
This is dragging on, man.
I thought it was just a few days. Okay.
That makes more sense. Look, I get it. But even so, you know, I would, like, even now, if somebody close to me passed and I was dealing with something like that, and one of my existing clients messaged me, I would say, look,
right now it's not the good time.
My so-and-so just passed away. I'm going to put you in contact. Here's the number of one of my associates who can help you. And I'd still take the 30 or 60 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because life still goes the fuck on. Like you just have to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You still got to man the fuck up, man. It's just it is, and I'm just using that as an example of I lost everything, man, everything. And it would crush most people, and people would be depressed. And even I guess I was depressed and didn't know it, for a minute, but I didn't continue to live in it. And being in a corner and feeling sorry for myself. And, I was a victim. Somebody ripped me off. We had been trying to start another business, and I put a bunch of, 40, 50,000 in, and he was stealing some of the money, and the business never got open. And, I can cry all day about being the victim. That wasn't going to change anything. It was all true. I just had to I had to eventually you still have to go through an acceptance period where that is what it is. And I can only control me and what I do going forward. And I need to keep going forward. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And so it may be true that, somebody said some racial slur to you. It may be true. Okay. But if you allow that to make you curl up in a ball and not move forward, that's on you. That's on you.
So let me give you a question then. Mm-hmm. So is there a difference? So what do you think it'd be acceptable that if someone is saying like a racial slur or whatever it be, to maybe not curl up in a ball, but to react to, like to confront them in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I'm not. It's okay to say that that's not okay, and it's also okay to use that as like many other successful people have done. Mm-hmm. That are also a part of some minority group to say, "Fuck you, I'll show you." See, to me that's just using that shit as fuel, man. I mean, I could feel bad for myself that I didn't go to college, but instead I use it as fuel that I didn't go. I wear it as a badge of honor that I've been able to accomplish what I have and make the amount of money I have without having gone to college and doing, not being in that number group that they say, or this,
percentage
of people do better and make this much more money. Well, I make more than 90% of you fuckers. So
percentages aren't guarantees.
They're not. You could let it be. It's just like the way I got into the financial business. The same thing. The way I got into was it was literally the hardest way to do it. But I did find one like loophole or something that's in there, right? That allowed me to sneak in, and I took it. I took that and I used that and I pried my way in. But I was told no multiple times before that.
Oh yeah.
I should have said, well, they told me no, I can't do it. I don't have a degree, and thought that was going to stop me. I just didn't. I kept looking for another way, and I found one. And that's all I'm saying. I want to empower people. I want people to be successful. It just, yeah. Okay.
No, I got you.
No, we get you. We get you, Troy.
All right.
We did get a little distracted, but
we're
going to bring
together.
it.
All
I
right.
like that. I like it.
Let's do it. All right.
So let's head back into our scheduled program.
Regular scheduled program.
All right, bring me back in.
So something we're gonna just do nice and quick. We're gonna call this Sports Bites. We're just
right.
take a little bite of some big sports things going on. First thing is Robert Kraft not being selected for the Hall of Fame. What are your thoughts on that?
I really, I don't know, like how it works as far as eligibility when it comes to owners. You know what I mean?
Oh, when it comes to owners.
Owners.
When it comes to owners, because like for players, you have to be retired for 5 years.
Which I think is stupid.
Right. And I don't know how it works for owners because they don't make them sell the franchise.
That'd be hilarious.
Become Hall of Fame, you know, or like that. They don't do that.
So I don't.
I'm just being honest. I don't know how that eligibility works. I don't know why he wasn't in there before or why he's considered this year and was considered and then not selected.
You don't think there's any relationship to Belichick also not being?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. But I'd like to know more about how the process works.
Like the voting of
and how that process works specifically for owners. But, you know, you look at it, especially as great as Bill Belichick was, as great as Tom Brady was, the Patriots had been in the Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
You know, they lost to the Bears. I'm pretty sure that's
the Bears?
Yeah.
Oh, back when they were
85
really
years?
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who they played.
Yeah, I'm like 95% sure.
Yeah.
My thing is like,
so I mean, they've been there before, and then now so they made it. They didn't win, but they made it prior to
46-10.
Oh, dude, that Bears team though was like one of the greatest,
all the time.
One of the all-time greatest defenses of all time. Everybody's compared to them.
Who really interesting?
Oh yeah, just phenomenal defense. But they made it. I think maybe did they make it another time too?
Bears or
no, the Patriots.
Before then, I think they made it like once or twice before.
I think they might have lost, because I think Brady lost a couple, but I thought they lost a couple that Brady wasn't the quarterback.
Before Tom Brady, Patriots appeared in 2 Super Bowls, losing both to the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers in '97.
Yeah, so there you go. And I don't even know who was the quarterback of the Patriots in '97.
Drew Bledsoe?
Was it Drew Bledsoe? I bet you're probably right about that.
1977?
No, 97.
I was about to say, that seems kind of far back.
77, 78 was
Drew Bledsoe.
So
I figure, I mean, that's who Brady took over.
So that's
is that the one that got injured and he went in?
Yep. So he had done it, actually even been to a Super Bowl. So there's 2 before Brady, and now we're one after Brady getting to a Super Bowl. I'm just saying for the Browns have never, let me just make it clear, the Browns have never been to a Super Bowl, ever.
Oh, the Lions.
Ever.
Too. I know that. I know you specifically pointed out the Browns for a reason, but the Lions as well. The Lions haven't done it.
But there's, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that. I mean, and when did Kraft become owner? That's what we need to do. When did Kraft become owner of the Patriots?
That I don't know off the top of my head. Good thing for
1982.
No.
1994. For 172 million.
So he wasn't there for the first one.
Yeah.
That they lost against the Bears, but he was there for the second one that they lost against the Packers.
They've lost 5 in total Super Bowls.
Yeah. And then you have the Brady era, and then you have, now they're, right there again, and they're young. And you certainly would think they probably have the potential, as hard as it is to repeat. It still happens. Teams still dominate for periods of time. We just went through the Chiefs period doing that, right? And being right there. So, could the Patriots do something like that again? And that's
I hope not.
I'm just saying, but that's good ownership, man. That's being a good ownership. And I think he had some other controversy. I don't know. I think didn't it have to do with picking up a hooker or a massage person in Tampa?
It was him.
Tampa Super Bowl.
It was him and a bunch of other
big deal.
It was a massage.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's an old man. He got a fucking hand job. Who the fuck cares?
And he paid for it too.
He paid for it. Like, he willingly gave the old man a hand job, right? I mean, it's the easiest fucking work. You know what I mean? How much is it going to take? Like,
So easy to do it myself.
You know, like, come on, man. We're going to hold that kind of shit against people, you know, that have money.
Hell yeah, we are, Troy. Come on now.
So I think it's dumb. And what's really going to be interesting is when Tom Brady's eligible and whether or not he'll be a first ballot.
It'd be kind of stupid not to.
But they're kind of showing their hand.
But see, I feel like I don't know if this is just coming from a casual watcher or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's easier to not give it to a coach or an owner than it is to not give it to a player, right? Because like a player, like who like an average person that doesn't watch football, will know the name of Tom Brady. If you go around saying Belichick, people are like, "Who the fuck is that? Some sort of terrorist?"
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Like, I mean, to some people, he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis and the entire AFC
I don't know.
East.
But like you don't think like in like a general person, not like someone that
I
watches
think
football.
Bill Belichick would be known, but a lot less people know Robert Kraft.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, let me say this.
like
Yeah,
in general, like a player,
you're right about that. But I will say this: of the owners that people could name,
it would be
okay.
Kraft.
You'd probably be looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Rooney family, okay, would be known. Jerry Jones, okay.
Real
You're like,
lame
oh yeah,
man.
totally. I know all these names.
Jerry Jones, he's a real
No, but if you're
lame
going to
man.
know any, you're going to know if you're.
But that's what I'm
you're-
saying. Like, put yourself in like the
right
average
now, like,
person.
I'll give Mike this. Mike knows quite a bit about
Yeah,
sports.
he's definitely not an
All right?
average.
No, he's not
football
average.
player, no.
So
I'm talking about people like me. That, like, I watch the sport, I understand
Right,
the sport.
but I'm saying even people like him, who is the owner of the Tennessee Titans?
No fucking clue.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not going to know that. He's not going to know that. But he's going to.
But I feel
he would have known the Roonies.
But that puts, I think that
He would
puts
know
more
Jerry
to my
Jones.
Well, that's
point,
because
right?
it's
I'm
based
just
on
saying,
success, though.
right. But I'm just saying that you're right about the players for sure.
No, I'm
But
talking
of-
about giving
of-
them Hall of Famer thing.
Right, but of a handful of names that people like, if they could name one of the names that they probably can name, if they can name any, Kraft might be one too. It's going to be in the top 4 or 5 that people are going to
Actually
name, and
kinda
they're not
name.
going to know 28 other ones, but they're going to know 4 or 3.
Yeah, it's like-
Do we know Arizona's? You guys know the one off the top of the head? No.
Yeah, Michael Bidwell.
Oh, there we go.
See, I didn't even know that, dude. I didn't even know that.
Well, the thing is, like, there's so much turnover. Like, if you're a good team, you're not gonna be giving it up because it's gonna be worth more to you to keep
Right.
that team than it is to
Around.
sell it.
That's
and it's
fair.
like,
Yeah.
actually, Robert Kraft made one of the better moves in terms of ownership. So, like, he sold, I believe, it was like 8 to 10% of the shares of the New England Patriots, and it actually gave them more value to a total of like $9 billion. I can't remember.
And then
what
bought it back.
No. That's what gave them that extra value by selling off those shares.
Oh,
Because
so then
they have to
then you
find
have an investor,
they
so they're
have to
putting money in.
determine a valuation
Yeah.
to base that on.
So he by doing
So
that,
because the
bumped
value
it
went up.
even more. So like that's why like
With only 10%?
well that's only 10%. Think
But-
about how much that is.
I mean, in football terms, yeah, it's a lot of
Like
money.
in
But
terms
like,
of
It's $1
football
billion.
franchises. Yeah.
And then we got the Seahawks who are going to be sold.
fuck
Yeah.
the Seahawks.
And the
Good. I
Seahawks
hope they
are
push
probably
shit.
going to set a new bar. And if the
And I hope
Seahawks
it's
are
low.
sold for $10 billion, then what's the value of some of these other franchises? The
Yeah.
Patriots, that probably moves the Patriots up to $11 or $12 billion valuation. Then
There's so much turnover and
it's crazy,
ownership.
man.
That's why when you ask like things like Tennessee Titans and like lower teams like that,
Cares
most of the
much.
time, A, they're not going to know them because they fucking suck and no one
Right.
takes the time, or
Right.
B, they fucking
So-
suck and they sell to someone new.
But do I think Kraft should be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah.
I do.
yeah, we all came to
absolutely.
even I know nothing about football,
Yeah.
but I could say very
he,
easily
he
yes.
should be in.
Well, by them doing this, it's obvious that Tom Brady's going to get in first ballot, and they're not. Which we
See,
know they're
I'm
gonna get in.
I'm not.
But the thing is, but there's
Quick question.
if they do, okay. If they do put him in first ballot, that to me that's saying okay,
They should.
you give all the credit to Tom Brady,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I yes and no.
do you hold the first ballot to a higher standard than just being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
It's a thing.
But do you?
Yeah, I think that that should be a rare thing, and it is. But when you're considered the GOAT should, get in.
But shouldn't there be like a different category for the best of all time?
That's just the Hall of Fame because that's your generation of stars, the best players.
But you don't think two different generations there could be better players one over the other?
I don't think it's
Like,
about
but
Yeah,
comparing,
but
it's
that's
about
so hard.
appreciating.
They don't, you can only compare to what you played in. Like I said, we were watching the other day on NFL Network because we just miss football because we haven't, we got this one last game. But Dawn and I were watching on the NFL Network the NFL films where they would do these short 30-minute thing and show, from the very first Super Bowl on. Dude, man, these motherfuckers clothesline people and flipped it. Like, you can't clothesline people anymore. Like, just the shit they did. Or fucking Joe Theismann.
Yeah.
One of the last badass motherfucking quarterbacks that wore the kicker type mask that had the single bar on it.
Yeah.
And
You're not
this is
supposed
when-
to have that, or what?
Well,
it's
no,
less
they
protection.
actually, but it's way less protection. You get punched in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And you don't think they punch people?
It's just
Yeah.
it's literally just a thin bar right in front of here.
Also,
That's
depending
it.
on the position, the bars and stuff are slightly different.
Yeah.
Well, it's how it used to be. Now it's like you can kind of fucking do whatever you want.
because the safety behind it's
Yeah,
already
the
kind of like
safety and all that,
Yeah.
and style and all
Yeah,
that.
it's not like that.
All right.
You don't get that option like for that because it's just a different era.
Yeah.
But still, my whole point is, yeah, it means something. Very few people should be first ballot, but I do think that Belichick should have been, because if you don't have him as one of your 3 greatest NFL coaches of all time, I really don't think. My thing is,
You're
know
crazy.
shit about football.
Yeah.
Certain things you just have to admit.
Yeah.
You know
Apples
what I mean?
apples can be red and green.
Yeah,
like,
you can
that falls
disagree
in
about
the
a
Hall
lot of
Fame.
stuff,
Yeah.
but that's not one we should disagree on. Just like Tom Brady is the GOAT. He is the best quarterback ever to play the game.
I agree.
But that doesn't make that would be a good question. Was Joe Montana first ballot?
I'd be.
I
shocked
would
if he
be
wasn't.
shocked if he wasn't, right?
Well, he
Like,
was the GOAT.
and
To
even-
me, he
even
was the
I
GOAT
don't know.
before. He was the GOAT before Brady. At least in my
Well, that was who
my
Brady
humble
looked up to,
opinion.
actually.
Right. Was Joe Montana first ballot Hall of Famer?
Survey says yes.
So there you go.
There we are.
And he deserved to be. And Brady deserves to be. But with the things they've done up till now, I'm just not as confident as Mike is that they'll
give it to
do
him.
that. No. They'll give it to him.
It's just a matter of when. See, that's what me and Mike just. we're not gonna get into it right now, but me and Mike sat here for like a solid hour debating
You
on the
probably
whole Hall
could.
of Fame stuff. But we are gonna move on to
right.
the next sports bite. It's gonna be James Harden traded to the Cavs. How do you feel about that?
I think, I followed James Harden around, and he's always supposed to be that missing link for some team to put him over the top. And I haven't seen that happen yet.
But
I've seen this story at least 4 times, right? Right? At least 4 times with
Yeah.
James
I
Harden.
remember when he
He's been
first went
traded.
to the.
He's been traded 5 times. I think they
Okay,
said
then
3
5.
of it's been in season.
Yeah, and
Because he's a good player. He just
He's a
doesn't.
good player,
he
but-
doesn't seem to have that caliber of domination, almost in a way. Like
No.
he shows up to play basketball, like almost like he's showing up to play a street ball game.
yeah.
Like
I
he doesn't. He's
disagree
there.
I
To,
thought-
wholeheartedly.
Really?
with all of this.
I thought he was his best when he was in Houston.
Oh,
That's
for
when
sure.
that's when I thought he was
like,
his best.
He was
And
top dog. There.
Is this going to be the thing that helps Cleveland get over the hump? Absolutely not. I do not believe that at all.
I'm not saying it's going to help us, like, for sure win us a championship, but he doesn't have to be that guy in Cleveland. Because
He hasn't had to be the guy anywhere lately. It just doesn't
he had to be
matter.
the guy in Houston. He had to be the guy in.
He didn't have to be the guy in Houston.
Yes, the fuck he did.
He was surrounded by a bunch of people
Dog,
that
if
were
they
like meant to
didn't-
be like.
Bro, if they didn't have him and also Chris Paul, they would not have made it to as far as they did in the playoffs those years.
Yeah, but he didn't have to be like
Yes, he
the
did.
player.
Yes, he did. He was the number. All right, this is.
He's just never done
that.
That was then.
I'm gonna put
This
my
is
foot down here
now.
for a second on
All
that
right.
statement on him. Yes, the fuck he did have to be the guy in Houston. That was the whole reason they traded for him, was for him to be the guy. Now, was he the one to take him to the championship and win? No, but they made the conference finals a couple times. Like, he's come up short, but the guy's fucking 36, averaging 25 points and 8 assists a game, and they were 17-4 in like the last couple months, and it's because of him. He doesn't have to be that guy in Cleveland.
All
Donovan
right.
Mitchell is that guy. So that's the thing, is the pressure
You
is
know, I
different.
lost my bet last night.
On who?
I had a 5-pick parlay. I had the Knicks winning money line. I had Brunson getting 20 or 25.
I was going to say 20 points.
And then I had somebody else getting, I think I had Brunson getting 4 assists. And then I had the Lakers winning, and I had Luka getting 25. And I lost. You know which one I lost?
Luka getting 25?
Yeah, he got 24.
Yeah. I know how it
24.
goes.
Dude, and he had 24 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Was he sat out a lot or?
I'm sure he was sad out there because they were beating him by so much. He didn't play at the end, so that fucked me.
Yeah. That
It's like,
happens too
I'm like,
much.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the
I
fucking
even
worst.
took LeBron out of the equation so I couldn't get fucked because, you know, Luka's average is 33,
Yeah.
34 a game right now. He's just killing it.
He's talking about
But
LeBron's.
the Lakers are worse with LeBron.
That's a stat.
just seems
That's a
like
stat. No, that's
Even
an actual
when he
stat.
puts up, even when he puts up the numbers, they're just not.
Is
the team.
Bronny Jr. getting any playtime?
He gets some.
Has he been doing all right?
No, he
No?
sucks, dude. Dude, he wouldn't. I can't say he sucs. Let me say it like
God
this.
damn, he's like 19.
I'm not trying to be a dick to the kid, but
I'll do
look,
it. Fuck him, bro. No.
here's the right. The simple fact is, he probably would not be on any other NBA roster.
If it wasn't for his.
Yeah.
He'd be in the G League, but yeah, he wouldn't
G
be on
League
the
for
NBA
sure.
roster for sure.
Okay. Well, that's
That's not
that's
not where
no
he would be
small
at.
thing.
His brother Bryce is at Arizona. He's actually redshirting this year or something like that. But he's supposed to be better than Bronny.
Then Bronny, yeah.
Because he ended up being like bigger. Because he's like a lot
Physically,
physical
yeah.
like
That's not
attributes.
really you know.
Well, that's the
bar.
thing.
Yeah, that is.
Well, the other thing that came up was
I
because
mean, he didn't do shit in college because he
Well,
got
that-
sick and hurt and just,
well, the only reason why they say that is because like not growing up, but like going through the years of him playing, everybody was hyper focused on Bronny because he was the
Yeah.
first one who was going to be like
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Related to the goal.
So
yeah,
that's
blah,
why
blah, blah.
they hyper focused on him because he was kind of ridiculous in high school, but Bryce
in high school.
Bryce,
yeah.
he grew into his body at a much later age, and now everyone's like, "Damn, he actually might be the one to."
Yeah.
to
So
be-
let's close out the Harden trade, and just my final point will be this, and Mike can make his final point. The Cavaliers will not make the Eastern Conference Finals.
I agree.
All right. Well, my final point. Fuck you both. I also don't believe that we're gonna win the championship for sure. I think this significantly helps, but it's no guarantees at all. We have a lot of other problems to deal with.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we have Giants and Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Giants to
Harbaugh.
Giants hire Matt Nagy as their offensive coordinator.
Terrible.
Decision, in my opinion. Look at the fucking quarterbacks he's coached the last 5 years, and then tell me how well they've done. And they specifically brought this dude in for Jackson Dart.
I mean, he was with the Chiefs.
All right, not calling plays. Andy Reid, Chicago Bears, and Mitch Trubisky, terrible. Philadelphia Eagles, that was way back. That was before Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz. Let's see. Oh, they're gonna take you to the fucking.
Yeah.
If you look up a list of the quarterbacks he's coached, he does not have a good track record in terms of development. And for somebody like Jackson Dart, like you want to hire somebody that's going to help him develop. Like I don't know.
Well, they'll still be quarterbacks coach and other positions and stuff. The bottom line is who's going to be calling the plays?
Him.
Is he going to call the plays?
Yeah, there's no other indications of someone else that I've heard of calling the plays. I mean, they brought him in specifically. I think maybe they feel like he's learned a lot with his time in Kansas City and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, look at Justin Fields, terrible QBR. Nick Foles, yeah, he had his run, but that wasn't Matt Nagy calling the plays. Pat Mahomes, that's Andy Reid. Andy Reid does all of that for him. So Mitch Trubisky, how did Mitch Trubisky not come up for that?
He did. He was there.
Oh, maybe I just
right under the Bears, first one.
Going to the Bears. Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah,
no,
Mitch
down
Trubisky,
even farther. It's there too.
Terrible QBR. Like these are all like it's not like it's 100% on him, but why would you hire somebody that has not a good track record with developing any young quarterback of any kind? That's just my perception.
Well, some of them, like Mitch Trubisky, I mean, were they any good anyways?
Well, that's the thing. It's like now you can make that argument now more than ever with Sam Darnold's revival, like things like Baker Mayfield, like they're mid-career revivals like that.
No, of course. Okay, that it gets back to my 20-80 rule. 20%, or the top, 20% are going to be the best coaches, and then it's going to be more like teachers. 60% are just going to be average coaches, and 20% are going to suck. And, somebody has to be better. And they got a better system in San Francisco. They've obviously been better at developing, quarterbacks. Even this year, when help me out here, Leo, when
McCaffrey.
When Purdy went down.
And
the Pages, Mac Jones. Mac Jones played a lot better under the San Francisco system than he did with the Patriots. They got rid of him. So was that the Patriots, or is it that they're, like you said, good development and it has it there?
It's all about fit at the end of the day. Sometimes it's not guaranteed. You might think it works, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And like Sam Darnold is the perfect explanation. He literally went from one of the biggest busts at the quarterback position in recent memory to now he's playing in the Super Bowl as a.
And he also went to San Francisco.
Yeah, it's like the development
and learned there.
I think that's the big point. Is like now it's like they're thinking it's so much to put on these young guys' plates. That's why you have so many people have these. They're considered.
But my thing is there's only so many of those available. And who was really available at this point?
That point,
I don't know. Enough to really care about the Giants in that way. About whether this is going to be a good pick for them or not.
Once Cam was out, all care for the Giants hit the floor.
Yeah. Well, he'll be back, and I'll definitely be.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Boo to come.
In the Pro Bowl game, man, it's just comical. It's a joke.
Well, that's kind of why I kind of brushed over it. Move on to the next segment.
Yeah, it's just a joke, man. And it's a shame. But they, I remember the Pro Bowl used to have, when I was growing up,
a lot of fun to watch.
It actually meant something. Maybe they weren't, trying to take each other's heads off, but they still gave effort and wanted to play and show that they were good. And then it got to be where nobody wanted to get hurt. So it just, you might as well play flag football. So now they are. Now they're doing flag football.
The owners,
the one bad thing about it is the way that it looks. I just saw it on the gym when I was at the gym, but I didn't really pay that much attention. But a few seconds here and there, now you got a game where really what makes or breaks teams is the men in the trenches, the offensive lines, the defensive lines. Where were they? Where were they in this flag football thing? They're not existent.
I didn't even watch it.
They don't even have them.
They don't have them. Yeah.
It's basically quarterback, running back, and wide receivers and DBs and linebackers. Man, you know what I mean? Fuck
I'm
that
with you.
shit,
It sucks.
man.
It sucks now, but it's
Yeah.
because the owners they started handing out those big contracts and like, well, we don't
Announce
want our
your
guys to
teams.
get hurt there.
Announce the Pro Bowl teams of who makes it. Let that still be an honor.
Mm-hmm. But then
after
just
that,
not
it
have the
doesn't
game.
matter. Just not have the game at all. Just fuck the game.
Have the mascots play or something.
They need to bring back the skills competition. That shit was cool. Like seeing the best quarterbacks.
I mean,
there
and then you don't
used
have
to
to. And
be
then
that.
you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
that's what I'm
about
saying, bring it
the injuries and stuff like that. If it's just a bunch of games.
Like, don't even play the game. You're a Pro Bowler. The fans agree that you did well enough to be there. Now,
In fact, it's
everybody's
so
just
funny you say that
skills
because
challenged.
we were watching that NFL Films thing,
Yeah.
and it came up. There was one that was a documentary on Dan Marino, and something that I've said he posted before is, who do you think is the greatest quarterback to ever not win a Super Bowl? And that's my pick.
I just said that
is
last
Dan
night.
Marino too.
Yeah, we
And
go
then
ahead, sorry.
it's so funny that in the skills competition, he was losing, and he had one last attempt, and he had to hit this target, and the targets were moving like this down the field. He had to hit the farthest target and hit a bullseye, and did to win the skills competition. And I think Steve DeBerg, who played
the
for
Broncos
the
quarterback before John Elway.
yeah, and then he was Chiefs quarterback at the time, and so they thought he thought he was going to win before that throw because the point gap between him and Marino was so
Massive.
big. Like, no, it's not going to happen. And Marino ate that up and loved it that he did that. So it's just funny you mentioned that. So but yeah, do that. Do a skills competition or something. Yeah, and then if you're going to do that, then wait till after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's another
Because
big
then
argument.
Because then there's how many months or a break is there in between?
Do it 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. You have them go. They used to go out to Hawaii. It was a nice little vacation and stuff, and let them do that. And then you can, we can see, because some of the people playing in the Super Bowl
Would be in the Pro
deserve
Bowl.
to be
In the Pro, what do they call it?
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl? Yeah.
Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl skills or whatever you want to call it.
I always
or do
found that.
something like
I
I don't know.
I understood that, but that always made no sense to me. That the fact that like the Pro Bowl, like the best players of every team never included the Super Bowl winners.
Right,
that's the thing.
That's so. That was always like I understand like they're playing the Super Bowl so they get their own kind of separate thing.
It used to be after
The Pro Bowl was used to be
It
after.
used to be after, so they could. Now they changed it because of a ratings thing. They wanted people to tune in
before the
because
Super Bowl
after
to
the
bring
Super-
in more people into the Super Bowl.
and it works.
Fucking
heavily
marketing.
against them.
Always got to ruin all
is.
this shit, man.
It is.
All right, let's move on to
right.
our next story. Might run a little late today, but if you got
No,
the time,
think
I
we're
got
good.
the time.
We're good.
So
We're good. I want to do this one because I think it's just important. I saw this, and there's going to be so much more of this. Former transgender clinic insider calls $2 million gender surgery verdict tip of the iceberg. And basically, they were sued for malpractice. The doctor and I believe the hospital too was that. And besides the doctor who did the surgery, I believe there was like a psychiatrist or psychologist or something.
Jamie Reed, I believe.
Yeah, was
Right?
a
Reed
part
is-
of that
or
too.
She's the attorney.
Now, they're probably not personally going to have to come up with this money. That they have insurance for that kind of thing. But, what that means is their insurance is going to go up or their insurance company is going to drop them. That'll happen, But here is, I think the girl was 16 years old.
Correct.
Right? When she was confused. And now as an adult says that, she was confused and that she was mentally ill. And see, now we don't want to say there's a mental illness there. We're bad people for saying that. But for years and years, people that had this condition were mentally ill. And now the thing is, well, if we don't do the surgery, and there's no science behind this, that if we don't do the surgery, they're going to commit suicide. Well, here's the thing. People that are confused and have this mental illness and don't, are confused about their gender and having these issues, Yeah, it does make sense that they would be slightly more likely to commit suicide than somebody who's not. It just makes sense. What doesn't make sense is to think that fucking up somebody's hormones, and not just fucking up their hormones. They can do that with these drugs for sure. But even worse is the surgery. That's not reversible. And so, basically what made this young girl a girl was taken from her. And, maybe some cosmetics can be helped, I don't know.
I don't think so.
With what they've done, they've just destroyed her, and again, if my whole thing is real simple, I do have a line. My line is, you need to be an adult. You need to be an adult. And so that should at least be 18. And then my whole thing is, I'm fed up with, and my generation has been fed up with this since we turned 18. Okay. That we're like, we think this is all bullshit. Gen X, we think it's all bullshit, that there's different ages. There's 18 for this, 19 for this, 21 for that, 25, for health insurance on your parents and stuff. Fuck that shit. Pick a damn age. And it probably isn't 18. It probably
shouldn't be 18. I don't think
it should probably be 21.
I was thinking 22.
Yeah.
I think 22 is, I think for a majority of humans, they tend to have that. They're not fully developed, but enough to.
And that's just but they want you to vote. In fact, they want younger people to vote. And they just do not have the capacity yet or the life experience yet to be making life decisions and votes that affect
everyone.
They just don't. And that doesn't mean that there aren't some that are mature enough, but you got to go with what the majority is. And then when we look at the education level of what we're producing right now, I mean, how can we say that they're prepared to make those kind of decisions?
They're definitely not.
They can't be.
Because the biggest thing is like, it's like, because a lot of it like plays into like how they were raised, right? So like a lot of the older generation was raised with war and all these different things that like you're supposed to be like the tough person or whatever.
Yes.
So like a lot of the generations now, it's very much more, again, like we said before, like love
soft
and care, soft, 100%, 100%.
Oh, terribly soft.
There's nothing wrong with having a loving, caring home. It's when you're coddled to a point where you can't take any sort of negative thing that happens in your life. That's the issue. There's no balance.
Her name was Fox Varian, and I just feel so terrible for this young person who was manipulated and now is going to just be attacked by the left-wing lunatics for saying that, that was a mistake for me. I'm not transgender.
Do you think they're going to attack her for that?
Oh, fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They know what's best for her, not her.
Yeah. They hate this. Like, they hate this more than anything. This is, because it invalidates all of their beliefs, Like I said, there's no way that you can tell me that a 5, 7, and 8-year-old can come out and say that they're a transgender and know what the fuck they're doing or saying.
What that even means.
What that even means.
It's like honestly, the best way to explain it is I have this conversation with a buddy of mine I live with. His sister is in the thick of all this shit. This generation, believing all this stuff going into it. She's completely she's distanced herself away from it. They put her in a Catholic school too, but she didn't want to be there anymore because it's like a fad. Like being gay and transgender, it's not an identity or something they believe they're in. From her point of view, she says it's more of a fad than anything else. It's something that they collectively agree upon because it's something they belong to. Everybody can talk about it.
Everybody's always wanted to belong to
that's
something,
it.
man.
And like that's the issue. It's like you have a 15-year-old girl that has the cognizant awareness to know that this is not okay, but yet she didn't fall to that group thought. But like she's an outlier.
It's the group mentality.
So I'm saying like so many people fall to that group
Well,
mentality.
when you could say that there might be as many as 20 to 25% now, and that's an increase from 1%.
25% of what? I'm sorry.
Of
like transgenders and stuff like that.
People in that may think that they're transgender or maybe even not transgender. I don't know what that number. I've heard that number. Maybe it's including the whole community, the whole fucking alphabet.
Gotcha.
The LGBTQ, not just transgenders, but 25% of people, young people
fall
now
in that category.
And don't forget the plus symbol.
Oh yeah, there is a bunch of other
Little
symbols.
plus symbol. Can't leave that out.
They added something else to it.
Dude, they
recently,
add something every other fucking month. It seems like. Like, at this point, just put the whole alphabet up there. It'll cover all your bases.
Everything. It's just sad, but it's gonna take this. This is what it's gonna take for there to be real action and for things to change.
Yeah.
It's gonna take the courts. It's
to
gonna
actually, legally do something about it.
Them having to step in.
Going after these shitty fucking doctors who've bought into this is not science at all.
It's money.
It's
But from
strictly money.
But from a business perspective,
Yeah,
pretty good marketing, if you ask me.
I guess so. There's worse ways. My thing is like moving forward. How many more situations are we gonna find like this where someone was fucking 16, 15, 14, whatever the hell it was?
I think in the next few years we're gonna see a lot of this.
There's gonna be so many lawsuits.
I would love to I would love to see what happens.
And I think they're gonna lose most of them.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Legally, they're gonna lose a lot of these.
They're gonna lose, just like they lost this.
I mean, this is a perfect.
I thought they won this one.
No.
Well, that's what I mean. The left is going to lose.
Oh,
the people,
exactly.
the doctors, the doctors in the hospitals are going to lose.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought you were going.
No.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
The doctors and hospitals are going to be sued and they're going to lose.
I agree.
And insurance companies are going to be like, fuck this.
Let's move on to the next.
That's where the power is. The power is with the insurance companies.
Well, it's with the money, insurance company.
Because of what they want to cover and stuff. Like, we ain't doing this no more. We're losing money.
That's why I'm interested in what, well, not interested, but going forward, I really want to see how, Gabrielle Union, the actress, she is, I don't know if she's mixed, but she's light skinned. She's married to Dwayne Wade. And I respect.
Yeah, because don't they have two transgender kids?
Their one kid was 12, and they were like, "Yeah, go ahead, be transgender." And that's, as a player, I respect Dwayne Wade, but as a man, I lost all.
Wasn't he like against it?
He was with it.
He moved out of Florida even because of it.
Yes,
I thought it was like a whole situation where his wife was kind of pushing in, and he kind of just like no. Yeah,
he went full fucking soy boy and laid down.
So where all the memes come from?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea, but what I do know is that
funny.
he lost control of his own house. That's what happened.
I always thought it because I kept seeing the memes of like of him just being upset that his daughter's
He's probably not happy about it, but
no, I didn't see it. Nothing I read was that he was upset.
Really,
he was supportive, and like I said, moved his family out of Florida. He's like, yeah. He's totally supported the kid.
But I thought it was a whole situation of like he did it because of his wife. Like he did it because he needed to do it, not necessarily because he wanted to do it.
It could be both.
As what at least whatever we can get.
Let's ruin the environment. Just so we can know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Was Dwayne Wade supportive of his child
being transgender? Because I think that he was supportive on the outside, but on the inside, I don't think he really agreed with it. To be honest,
I just
then
always
just whipped.
That was my thing. It's like I think like because I always saw a bunch of memes of him like being really upset that his
See, I didn't see
Well,
that.
I think that came about was because he pretty much laid
Bra-
down and didn't do anything about this.
Why is
That's
this taking forever? No, but like the whole because like Bronny same age around the same of Dwayne Wade's daughter, right?
No,
Like,
it stopped searching.
Bronny is.
It doesn't like this question.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you might
Just look it up on Google.
have to use the no, fuck Google. Google's just gonna give us a link or some stupid shit, some AP story.
It really doesn't like this question.
It's censoring you.
Crazy. We'll let it think while we ask.
Yeah, what was use the other one? Use Brock or that the other one.
Gemini, yeah. Dwayne Wade is
An outspoken supporter.
What?
So I said he went full soy boy and fucking laid down. He didn't be a man. Even if you do support it, you'd be like, yeah, when you're 18, when you're 21, and you still feel that way, I guess I have no choice but to support you because you can.
Yeah,
do
he's like support beyond the like
the minimum requirements.
Yeah, like saying, look, I'm gonna love my kid no matter what, but this is not something I really wanted for my kid or anything like that, or believe in, and look, I'd be honest.
He has been candid about his initial miseducation and the self-reflection required to become the advocate.
I remember him being really upset about the whole
As
situation.
a man, how could you be okay with
But then
it?
he kind of like, I think his like the media and stuff like that were pressuring him, and then that's when he was like over like
and everyone,
okay.
yeah, that's why.
But like every time there's a picture of like something like when it gets brought up, you can see it in his face that he fucking hates
because
it.
as a man, no matter what he says on the outside, as a man on the inside, he's not okay with that.
Yeah, but
he's
like
not.
as someone as Dwayne Wade who is super popular, how are you going to go against it?
You have what are they going to do? They can't take away your money.
I've seen it happen.
Dog, between his money and Gabrielle Union, they are nowhere near having to worry about that.
You don't think they would kick him off because
kick him off what? He's retired. He's retired.
Is he retired already?
Yeah. He's been retired. No, he's been retired for a while.
For a while, I just saw him play a few years ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I mean,
like 2 years ago.
Look it up. Yeah, he don't play no more.
That's crazy to me. I'm getting old.
No, your perception of time is just shit.
It is really shit.
April of 2019.
What?
At 37, bro.
So you didn't see him a couple years ago.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Must have saw a highlight or something.
It must have been a highlight.
But 16 years is a long career,
Yeah.
Everybody ain't doing 20 like LeBron.
Yeah, no. It's a goat.
It's crazy.
My goat.
Chat still doesn't want to answer.
Because it's censoring you.
All right, man.
Kobe should be your goat.
Kobe? He's up there. We're 1A and 1B. I love Kobe.
Oh, Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe.
he was right.
Shining like.
That was one. I do want to get the on this day though.
You mean
Yeah, I was
those
actually
are 2A and 2B.
I don't know if you
George,
got anywhere to be. You don't mind making this a little bit longer of a.
What do you want to do?
We got another segment.
We have one more segment. It was nice and fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take very long, but
What else are we gonna do?
well, we still have 3 things to cover if you got time to be around.
Holy shit! You might have to let me go to the bathroom. If you're gonna do that
Hey,
shit.
we got a new standby screen.
We'll
So
be right back.
but basically, this segment is going to be called On This Day. So there's a website called onthisday.com, I believe.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
And
Interesting.
you basically just go on there and it'll tell you things that happened on this day. So we just wrote down a few. We're just going to read them out to you and you give your thoughts
Comment
on them. If you care to comment, you can comment. If you don't care to, then
It's just cool.
we'll
Great.
brush over it. On this day, Mark Zuckerberg launches Facebook for the first time after stealing it from the original.
We threw in that stealing it part.
Yeah, and I knew you threw in the Zuckerberg too. But as much as he sucks, that's just been transformative in so many different ways. And my thought about this is this, that it doesn't make us who we are, it reveals who we are. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, you know, as many bad things as we complain about for it all, you know, I have as many good things as well. And especially a way for people to build their businesses and you know, I have nothing but great things when it comes to that. I think it's so important. It all started, you know, he really started that whole thing, stolen or not. You know,
he got it off the ground. Doesn't mean
the other ones, they got paid.
Oh yeah, they went that whole
There
court case.
was 2 brothers. They got paid.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're not crying about it still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason,
Yeah,
and
for
they were
sure.
okay with the movie and everything.
Was it a settlement? Do you think, or was it like royalties kind of thing?
No, it was definitely a settlement.
It was huge.
Yeah. Oh, they still got fucked over. How much is Facebook worth?
Pretty much. I mean, in the way, it's kind of like a weird Robin Hood situation. Like he stole it from these people, and it ended up benefiting the greater population. But he probably was doing it for his own good. But in turn,
it ended up being good for everyone.
Yeah, it helped out a lot of people for a lot of reasons. Not even just like that.
I actually haven't even seen the movie yet.
Being able like groups. Really? It's a good.
I mean,
movie.
I know of the movie and I kind of know the basis of it, but I haven't seen the actual movie.
Jesse Eisenberg does well, and then Andrew Garfield plays.
Love
as
Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie. Honestly,
Right.
check it out.
I definitely have to throw it onto my list.
All right, you guys talk about that. I got to do a bathroom break. I'm old. And I'm not like Joe Rogan.
All right, we will be right back. What do you say we throw up that standby screen for the first time?
I think we just sit here and talk because I don't have it loaded up.
Who
So.
who the fuck said I wanted to talk to you? Since when did you?
Well, it doesn't matter. You're getting paid to sit here and talk, so it doesn't matter.
Well, all right. You didn't say what I had to talk about.
That's fine. Yeah.
Let's go back to onthisday.com and show the one true fact that I wanted to show.
Oh, there's a few you wanted to show.
Oh,
Let's be real with the audience here.
There was the one that happened in Venezuela.
You can probably quote it. You probably remember it.
No, we can talk about it off stream for sure. That's an off stream conversation without a doubt.
No, but yeah, I would love to throw the standby face thing on there, but it is not loaded. I forgot. I didn't think we were gonna use it. To be honest with you.
That's okay. We can just resume it once it gets back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything on any of the topics we've gone over that you wanted to add a little bit into?
Well, Mark Zuckerberg, him stealing all that shit. Like I said, it was good for the greater good, whether he tried to do that or not. With all the different, like, just for example, like the groups that they make, like help people find their pets, lost pets and stuff like that, or
Zuckerberg.
Well, not like on Facebook, like people.
Oh,
gotcha. Buy, sell, trade groups, like different community groups. Like, there's a lot of good stuff that's come out of it, even if it was for a shitty reason. I mean, that's probably a lot of the case for a lot of things that we enjoy today. But such is life. You know, it's not always going to be pretty.
That is very true.
All right.
Welcome back, Troy.
Welcome back, Troy.
Well, I had like a 20-ounce protein drink or something like that.
Oh man,
finally coming through. And then you had the coffee as well.
24-ounce coffee, and there ain't much left in there.
been screaming at you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next one we had?
On this day.
All right, on this day,
the first ever Winter Olympics was held.
Okay.
And I know the Winter Olympics is coming up this year as well. Is that
should be
year?
pretty soon? Actually,
No, like very soon. Like,
it's next year, right? Yeah. Were you ever a Winter Olympics kind of person?
yeah. I mean, hockey for sure, and
February 6th
that's
to
why I
February
was-
22nd. So literally,
that's
quite.
why I said like I
quite
brought up
next week.
last show about Russia not being able to, the Russian hockey players not being able to participate, which I think is just total garbage. That just totally ruins it for me.
Because isn't Russia supposed to be like one of the best, better
I
ones?
tell you, we were out for dinner, I don't know, a week and a half ago, something like that. I think that's when we were at Ocean 44, and we were seated in the bar area, and they had the X Games on.
Okay.
Dude. And they do some of that stuff for the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
But that trick shit those motherfuckers
X Games,
do.
yeah, it's fucking
On
nuts.
X Games,
Dude, the leaps and jumps and like, it's like, and then they did show, because I'm like, how the fuck do you practice that? And then they showed how they practice and land,
and they
on those
literally
big,
just do the same thing over
those
and over
foam
again.
things, yeah.
And hope to God they make it.
Well, it's fucking
ridiculous.
Well, it's
Some of the things, and even like with snowmobiles, like flipping with like.
Yeah, well, it's crazy when you're watching them live and
insane.
then they fucking don't land. And
Yeah.
dude, it's like you see,
And
you
then it
see
gets
the
so
impact,
silent.
and then the fuck you hear, oh, and then the camera just pans out to like the crowd.
Oh, they didn't give us a replay. I know that. One time
Yeah.
was like, we want to see the replay.
Yeah, that's the whole reason
That's
we
the
watch
best thing.
It's like
yes.
this throw commercial of.
It's like the main reason why people watch NASCAR. They're trying to see that
For the
pile up.
crash. Fuck.
Actually,
man.
one crazy fact news I did see about the Winter Olympics coming up. Lindsey Vonn ruptured her ACL, but she's still planning to ski. And I don't know how the fuck that's gonna work.
How does
but
that happen?
You
it's
can
not-
just tape
it's
it
not
like
the-
a motherfucker. What
The
do
thing
you
is,
mean?
that's not the first time. She's actually tore her ACL and won gold. I'm pretty sure.
Because are you really using your ankle a lot like that, or do
I'm
you,
gonna be
do
honest
you
with
just
you.
need to be stable enough onto the ski where you're using a lot more hips?
I can ski well
There's
enough
got
to
to
not
be
bust my
pressure
ass.
on the knee.
There's-
You
yeah,
can't do it without that
because
pressure
you're
there.
you're putting a lot of pressure like on your lower half of
Yeah,
your body,
yeah,
your whole
yeah.
lower half. I could
Yeah,
barely
it's
walk.
from side. Yeah, that's
After.
insane.
Yeah, it was like it's crazy.
I'm excited to see.
She'd
her.
have to do it high.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea either. That doesn't seem like that.
Hey, I've done a little bit of snowboarding, allegedly under some influence. It's a lot more. It's a lot more fun you
I
think.
bet it is. I bet it is.
On this day,
Probably hurts less until the next morning.
Oh, 100%. It's much better. I've done it sober and it hurts a lot while you're doing it, and you kind of like stop liking it after the third fall. John Madden hired as the Raiders head coach and won the Super Bowl the same year, correct?
I don't know about the same year. I just know he won a Super Bowl with
Oh,
them.
I just remember you saying something like that. But on this day,
He was hired. He's
John Madden hired.
Great coach. I don't know if I'd say he was one of the greatest ever because he became even greater as a commentator.
Yeah.
And certainly a legend commentator, but well deserving as a head coach and a good coach. And I hated the Raiders growing up. So all respect to John Madden, and created, and then for the game to be made in his name, that's, probably one of the all-time great games
oh yeah.
ever created, or
I mean,
franchises of that kind of stuff.
Well,
I mean,
Mike was saying something that he pretty much shaped the way something like that. Like
He changed the way a lot of people watch football. He was the first person to do draw on the screen and show how plays work, so people can not only they understand what they're seeing. So it became more enjoyable to the average person watching, and it helped garner more viewership. And I said last night, Fox can thank a lot of their success to this day to him, because he was the one that changed sportscasting in general. Like, he made it so enjoyable for everybody to watch. He had a good personality. He had a lot of charisma. So he was easy to sit down and watch just for him. And,
absolutely.
And it changed everything. It changed the way you watch football, how we broadcast it, like the segments, how they analyze it on a game-to-game basis. Like, he started all of that. So
and he's one that people will compare other commentators to, just like every
he's like
quarterback.
he's the
will be
standard.
Yeah. The standard is the standard, and he is it. Yep.
And we'll do through like two more maybe.
Okay.
On this day, Fleetwood Mac releases their 11th studio album, Rumors.
absolute classic.
Also got the Grammy Album of the Year.
Yeah.
Are you a Fleetwood Mac fan?
I like their music. Were they super high on my list? No. But yeah, they were okay.
Okay.
But I mean, it was what I grew up with. But I was Bob Seger.
Oh yeah,
Bob Seger was my top.
Your choice.
Yeah,
Bob
still
Seger and the
today.
Silver
Yeah,
Bullet.
all time.
Silver Bullet Band.
We also had Wings released their single, Maybe I Am Amazed.
That's a great. I don't know. I threw that one in because I like Wings. I was like, I threw that in there. I was like, I like Wings. I like the song, the idea behind the song. Do you know like the backstory for that one?
For the song?
Yeah,
No.
it's really like Paul McCartney. He wrote that in like appreciation to his wife, because I guess she was just there for him the whole time after like John Lennon passed and like the Beatles broke up and everything. I didn't know if you were a Wings fan, so that's why I threw it in there. Now I know.
The Wings were all right but I was a Beatles fan, huge Beatles fan.
Well, when you told me like Fleetwood Mac, like you liked them, but they weren't high on your list, I was like, oh, Wings is probably not up there.
No, we made jokes about Wings.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like
Let's hear one.
Well, just about McCartney. You know,
jokes
that, like, oh, you mean McCartney was in a band before Wings?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Like, but he was phenomenal, and like that's what we did in high school. Me and my dumb friends literally drove around drinking probably Little Kings.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like a beer?
These little green bottles that were pretty potent.
Kind of like his generation's Four
Little
Loko.
Four Locos, yeah, that
Kings.
ass.
or
the buzz balls.
Or Milwaukee Light. Old Milwaukee.
Did you ever drink Steel Reserve back in the day?
No, never even.
He said, "Fuck that shit."
My grandpa drank that shit, and when I drank it for the first time, I about damn near threw up. And he drank it like every fucking day.
Yeah, that's probably disgusting. Like Goebbels or that kind of shit.
I think it was just like some cheap gas station.
Oh yeah,
fucking beer.
For sure.
You might like this one,
but yeah.
Pete Rose banned from the MLB on this day.
It was a 12-0. It was a 12-0 vote.
I don't think you know, but Troy's actually a really big Pete Rose fan.
Yeah, I love Pete Rose.
No, that's why I threw it in there. I knew. He had mentioned it before.
You know, did he deserve to be banned? Probably. Did he deserve to be banned for life? No. No. And that's what I was just thinking. I mean, that reminds me of the Robert Kraft thing. Robert Kraft is 84 years old.
Damn. He looked pretty young. You're pretty good for 84.
He's a billionaire, man.
Billionaire.
You should look halfway decent. You can afford to. But I'm
crazy.
You know, I just think it's shit. Life is so short, man. It bothers me so much, and what drives me that we don't appreciate enough today because of how short things just really, really are. And he deserves that honor while he's alive, you know, and Pete Rose deserved to be in the Hall of Fame while he was alive.
That was a big.
That's my thing.
I think one of these days we'll sit down and have that conversation. But I think the way the Hall of Fame works is really fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Thank you, Troy, for agreeing with that.
He's out of context. He's not understanding what your idea of how it's fucked up is not the same idea.
I just in general the way the Hall of Fame works is fucked up.
He's saying it's fucked up because they're not letting him in because of that reason. You're saying it's fucked up because you just don't like the way they induct people.
Well, I don't like the way they induct people.
Thank you, Troy. I appreciate that.
I don't like
the
MLB,
way they
or
just in general.
In general, most of them.
Thank you, Troy. My God,
it's just stupid.
Oh, you're speaking to my heart right now.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, no. What does it matter? You know, I mean, Jordan deserved to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. He wouldn't have been considered the GOAT, but after he won his 3 and he did that retirement, you know, let's say that the rules were different and he was inducted into the NBA Basketball Hall of Fame, and then he came back. So the fuck what he came back?
Thank you, Troy.
He had already. How many people had done enough to get there in the first place like that? Very few. So what does it matter? Like, again, you know, I'm not saying that we should, you know, that we should be doing that. That we should, I'm not saying that right now that we should be saying, well, Patrick Mahomes, he hasn't retired, but he's still playing, but we should induct him right now. I'm not saying that. I'm not going that far. But, you know,
if they retired,
if he retired, yeah, it's same with Brady. Brady had to start his time all over again. You know, his 5 years because
his
going to Tampa.
Retirement lasted like fucking 6 months though.
Yeah, but that's still 6 months.
It still fucks his
6 months
Hall
extension.
of Fame. Yeah.
Didn't fuck anything up for him.
Yeah, it did. It delayed it by 2.5 years.
He was always going to play. You know why he did that? To get away from his wife. Because he was fucking.
Deadass?
Because she was cheating on him with her fucking jujitsu coach. His wife's
allegedly or
no,
legally?
No.
His wife. He's literally said multiple times. His wife told him that if you can't play another fucking year, if you play another year, I'm leaving you. And you know what he said?
Seriously?
I'm going to go. All right, fine. I'll go to my true love. And he's like, guess what, Tampa? I'm fucking back. I'm playing football because I want to, and my wife is cheating on me, and I don't deserve this.
I didn't know
now
that.
I'm going to start banging Sydney Sweeney and make that bitch jealous.
Hell yeah. Good for him.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally the whole reason he did it.
Interesting.
But still,
that's why he's a goat.
That doesn't change that he's when he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Or any of these guys, but Pete Rose especially. It just is. That's an abomination to this day, and he's not the only one. There's a handful of other ones. You know, you keeping Big Mac out of the Hall of Fame, and others like that. Barry Bonds isn't in, is he?
Correct.
No, but it's tough. That one
isn't tough at all, man.
It is tough.
It isn't tough at all,
that's
man.
what I was saying.
No,
it isn't tough. No.
Just because he had a few, like he was already good.
Dude, everybody was doing steroids. It's your era. It's the steroid era. Yeah, they kind of were. I'm just
there were a large.
Do you realize how many are still using to fucking today?
Not to the degree that they get drug tested all the time.
You think so?
They get caught.
You're literally talking to a peptide consultant.
You cannot be that naive.
Christian Yelich just got caught not too long ago.
I'm not saying they don't catch some of them.
I mean, Paul George just got in trouble for taking some sort of banned substance that the NBA doesn't allow. It still happens. It's just not to the degree where it's just unchecked and everybody does it now. There's no fucking way.
There's a way.
No, there's no fucking way.
There's multiple ways.
The NFL, when the NFL sees a punter make a big hit, you know what they do the next day? They fucking send him a drug test because they don't want that shit to be an issue.
One of these days, Troy will sit here and explain to you how they can be worked around.
You have off season, and now with peptides, you have designer steroids. Man, that's just. It's just a thing. I can tell you this, and this was some time ago when I was back in Toledo, and this is over 10 years ago. I had a father and son come to me for advice. The son was actually like an all-state running back at whatever division, but he didn't I don't know why he didn't get scholarships offered, but he didn't really get any seriously good scholarships. He ended up going to a very, very small school that like very small, NAIA, the smallest you can go. And then he was like the long snapper or something. He wasn't even doing he was a running back, right? And everybody, literally, they came to me is because this kid worked out and trained hard, like all natural, trained hard, did all the right things, but he was competing against everybody else was literally using. And when I talked to him about, the testing and stuff, how the testing was done is if the coach didn't like you, because you did something, you were maybe not fitting in good with the team. They knew you smoked weed. They'd bust you on weed and kick you out. But they drug tested you, right? And you'd get booted off the team. But that was the team doing it, showing, hey, they're showing the league, not just the league, but similar to the NAIA, I guess, like the NCAA. Hey, see, we're tracking our players. See, we're making sure that they're staying online, and some are being tested and some are not. And it's not random at all. And I'm not saying it's not random in the NFL, but look, here in the NFL, bottom line was he ended up not wanting to use and ended up going to track. That's what he did. And this was the smallest fucking
and he's still competing against people that are
the chances of anybody there going to the
professional
the NFL was so 1 in a million. It happened, Okay, but it was so fucking rare, like really, really rare. And so then we have I've worked with college players, baseball players, even.
It's huge in baseball, isn't it?
Dude. Yes, it is.
I understand. Like,
I have parents come to me with their seniors in high school, dude.
I'm not going to sit here and act like high school and NFL are even comparable. It's nobody has millions of dollars on the line in high school. It's the only reason people. Yeah, you could say everybody in the NFL does it.
It doesn't matter if you if you use, even if you stop using, you have there is
Modified
advantages to you for you having used. Now, in my world, I believe you earned it. Okay, I'm not one of those people that think it's cheating. I think everybody should do it if they want to, or not do it if they don't want to do it. Should be determined by them. It's a personal
choice. Yeah,
it's a personal choice. It'd be a lot better if people did it right and were monitored and stuff like that. Absolutely, I'm a big believer in that. But to think that it's all out now, that they got it all out of Major League Sports.
They get caught to this day. I said multiple times they still get caught.
Dude, they're not catching even a fraction of the ones that are doing it. That's my point.
When you are, if you're on one team, you're juicing, and I'm on another team, I'm not juicing. I have an issue with it because I have millions of dollars on the line because of it. I'm going to say something. It's not whether or not.
How are you going to know?
Yeah.
Because they fucking know. These people players talk to each other, coaches talk to each other. Before people get caught, you hear rumors of people doing such and such thing. Whether it's a day before, a year before, the thing is, it's not completely erased. Yes, it still happens, but it's literally in the CBA of how they have to get tested and how often. They have no choice.
And there's loopholes around
There's
them.
no fucking loophole. There's none.
Really?
There's no loophole in the NFL CBA in terms of drug testing.
You want me to prove it?
They have to get
drug tested.
tested.
Want me to prove it?
Please do.
I can prove it.
Please do.
I would love to learn something new. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
You know what is also in there is HGH, human growth hormone. And you can't tell if someone is on HGH by a piss test. And although the players union agreed to be tested, that it was in the CBA, they never agreed on how that testing would take place or the protocols for it. And so they're not tested to this day.
Piss test only? Because
a piss test cannot determine if somebody is taking growth hormone. You have to draw blood. And even though they agreed to the testing, they never agreed to how that testing would take place. And to this day, they still are not tested for growth hormone.
They just restructured their CBA not too long ago, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm kind of bringing up as well.
And I'm just saying, they do not test for it. Even though they had agreed to the testing for it, it's not being done because they never agreed on the blood testing.
I'm not going to sit here and say I know for certain how they get tested every single time, but I do know that they get tested a lot. And judging by like what past players have said, they do the littlest shit and they get drug tested for it. What is that?
You guys said CBA testing?
Just type in for NFL. CBA.
Yeah, that's not that.
So in 2020,
about marijuana, we don't really.
Change this real quick. Prompt it a little bit more.
Yeah, you got to prompt it more.
We want
it.
But steroids.
Yeah, but growth hormone's not a steroid.
Or HGH.
I knew you was gonna say that too.
I don't know how else to like P. Yeah,
I think those just performance enhance. Yeah.
Yeah, it says it. Yeah, it says it. It says it's in there, but it doesn't say that.
Say how do they get tested?
I said.
Take too many prompts for this. Should have just been done in one. Year-round multi-phase system. Okay, but tell us how. Annual test. Okay, we don't ask them if it's blood or piss or however hair, blood, piss, whatever. Dude,
Under pressure.
so much pressure. Jesus. Is his piss?
Is
blood?
this? Both urine and blood samples, depending on what substance is being targeted. So standard anabolic steroid stimulants are detected via urine.
Yep.
And scroll down
Testing
to
for
blood testing,
recreational
man.
drugs.
For cocaine.
Once a
Nice.
year, it looks like.
We
And
understand
then
how the
there
piss
must
tests
be-
go. We know how that goes.
Like someone has to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Read that one.
The NFL uses blood draws for HGH because it does not show up in significant amounts of urine. Approximately 1335 total HGH blood tests are conducted per year across the league. To protect performance, blood draws are generally prohibited on
Is
game
that even
days.
one time a player?
I was about to say, how many players are in the NFL?
How many players actually get playing
It's
time?
like
Though? That's the thing.
55. You know, like yeah.
And plus, if you get your that's like, you know how like when we were at Chase, you get your yearly review, right? You get your review, and then after that, you don't give a fuck about
just
doing shit
Read
properly.
how
You
they
know,
did it. They did it. They do it weekly and annually. It's not just that.
Yeah, but do you ask do the players know when the annual blood test is going to be?
The annual, yeah. They said annual and then random weekly ones up above. Oh, for the blood test.
Yeah, the urine test is a total different thing, man.
but we just obviously like the urine's not going to pick up the growth hormones. But players have general idea of when their annual blood and urine tests will occur, but the vast majority of testing throughout the year is announced and random.
Unannounced.
I see.
Announced.
Oh.
I'm not saying it doesn't
Every
happen.
player under contract receives one mandatory annual test for both substances and of abuse and performance enhancing substances.
Usually during their preseason physicals or in the early weeks of training camp.
Yeah, they get.
And right. And do you know how easy it is to plan around that?
What about all the
with
times you don't know
HGH?
it's coming though?
That's the time they do that particular one for
It's-
HGH.
it's
That's the
literally-
annual blood
They literally
test.
It's literally considered the idiot test to
It's-
tell whether or not players are expected to be clean. So like it's like
Predictability,
it's
they
known,
know
like
it's
there's literally
coming,
a
man.
name to it.
It literally, if we just scroll down a little bit, right there, random
They're not
unannounced testing.
doing.
While the annual test is predictable, players do not know when the rest of their tests are coming, which is what I said. The annual test,
Which are urine tests.
Yeah, urine test.
you just talked about, it's
No,
HGH
the
random. Literally scroll down and let's just keep
And
reading.
I'm telling you, but they're not doing it.
HGH, go up, Leo.
I'm ready.
HGH.
They're doing
randomization.
it one time a year when the players know that it is.
Five
It's
only
like-
only 5 players on 8 randomly selected teams are chosen each week.
That's a lot per week for a whole team. That's, I mean, you got to think there's, I
So
don't know.
40 people per week.
And think about how many people actually get on the field. Well, there's about 82 on a
And
team.
I don't know how random this randomly selected really is.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
can
letting
s- we
you.
can
You
speculate
can
on
argue
that.
about it all you want, dude.
I'm on the same page. It's
You know what
happening,
I'm saying? Yeah,
It's happening.
And the
I-
WW.
And I'm not.
WNBA,
too.
like, oh,
Yeah, that's
oh,
that's
yeah.
real. That's not scripted.
I never once say it wasn't happening. I just said it's not to the degree it used to be.
It may be not, but it's still way
It's
more than
still
you think it is.
much higher than
it's
you- a
really
lot, yeah.
a lot.
Like, cause like to
It's a
relatively,
lot.
right? There I feel like there wasn't as much,
And especially with the use of peptides now.
especially because a lot of those aren't detectable,
because
right?
they increase your natural production of it, which isn't gonna like be crazy shit like
On a
what
test.
a bodybuilder is doing. But it's going to be doing enough to make a significant difference,
Especially
in
at-
their training,
Especially at
and
that
shit.
level where
Of
those like
course.
0.01% can actually make a big difference
Dude,
in those type
you
of
know
players.
what? Look, it's. I'm advising a hockey team right now,
Allegedly.
like literally, allegedly, that they came to me because they're getting ready for their playoffs and stuff, and a bunch of them are hurt from in season, they're like really hurting. Yeah. And I'm helping allegedly with BPC 157 and TB 500 protocols.
That's funny
for that. And it's not, that's not performance enhancing, but it is in a way that recover from an injury faster, that they're going to be, their ability will be their natural ability. They're not going to be able to exceed their natural ability. They're not going to have some superpower, but they're going to be able to be at a place where they feel better. They feel more confident. And then the teams they play, because they're not hurting as much because they've healed whatever that strain is. And yeah. And because I helped a dad of one of the kids, allegedly, who got
sort of pec,
a little pec tear, and had a hardness there and like a little ball, like it in a week, that like
smooth
that
it
hardness,
out,
yes, dude, it like blew him away how good it was. He goes, well, my kid's suffering from this playing, hockey, and
I think it should be used to help with injuries. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I just think at a professional level, I don't think there should be a.
I'm just saying they do it.
Oh, they do it for sure. I agree with that.
I disagree to the extent that you guys think it happens.
Literally disagree with.
This is America, goddammit. This is why we're here.
Does it for a living, but it's whatever.
It's not. I didn't disagree.
And there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
But I didn't say it's like it never happens though. I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about. That's not the case at all. I'm just saying
Easter Bunny's coming in a couple of months.
They get tested.
No,
it's right there.
Yeah,
we're gonna take him and get a picture of him on the lap of an Easter bunny or something. They have that at Scottsdale or something. Come on, man.
I hope this comes back up. I really do.
He's gonna be looking for the article.
That's gonna be the first thing we talk. Nobody's gonna know. No one.
That is hilarious. But we've been running for a little bit longer than usual today. So
all right.
You don't want to do the closing out. Make sure.
What is it?
Just the regular. Make sure let people know where to check out our stuff and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, of course. So this is pretty good. I like this.
I enjoyed today. It was
we
a good one.
Good. Yeah, you guys were all right.
You guys shit on my teams and my opinions the whole time. Fuck you both.
Good. Hope you come back on Friday so we can do it again.
Dude. I love pain, so I'll be there.
Man, of at least of all the Cleveland teams you could pick, you did at least pick the least sucky one.
Yeah, that is true.
There you go.
Because at least they've won a championship. Your Cavaliers.
Thank you, Thank you, God.
Let me ask you, how far back do you go? You probably is World Be Free too young for you?
What? World Be Free? No, he's not too young to me. Ron Artest? Ron World Be Free? That's Ron Artest.
No.
He changed his name.
No.
To World Be Free.
No.
You're talking about there's original World Be Free?
Yeah.
Before Ron Artest?
I don't know the Ron Artest thing. Look it up. Yeah.
Well, he was Ron Artest.
World Be Free?
Yeah.
Just B. Well, I guess not.
B, just the letter B.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's like the forgotten
average
scoring
6
machine.
points is crazy.
Yeah, that was before you. 1975 to 1988. That was before you.
I wasn't watching that. I wasn't even thought about it yet.
Yeah.
I dig how he's rocking that cut.
The cut, yeah.
I honestly fuck with that. Can we bring that back? That'll help me out.
No, man. We'll hold you down and shave your motherfucking head, man.
Yeah, we're shaving that bitch off.
If your hair is going, I don't understand that shit anyways, man.
Oh, that's why
these dudes it's like, get rid of it. I haven't had good hair and I got rid of mine.
What?
Yeah, I have hair.
What?
I had good hair, man.
He hasn't seen the videos of you when he was on the news. I'll show him
on the news, or you go back on my Facebook 3-4 years, and I had
want to donate something to me?
Like I'm bald by choice. This is not like steroid related.
My disability is not your aesthetic, okay?
Yeah, yeah, that's true, right? I don't know if I'm culturally appropriating, but I'm
appropriating my style.
Your baldness, yeah. No, man, fucking, just Just get rid of it, man. If it's going, you probably have a pretty good head for it. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And just like having a sand trap on top of your head, I think that's the worst thing in the world, man. Like the worst, you know?
I will say, like, I have noticed that, like,
at least you do the Jason Statham thing, man. Keep it like
just
the
the
little,
the
so
thinness,
short.
Yeah, but then you got to be ripped like him too, though. Like,
yeah, what's wrong with that?
there's nothing wrong with it. I just have to get ripped. That's the thing.
You're young.
It's like you're talking to the right person.
Yeah,
right there.
get ripped, man. That's not a bad thing.
Get me on with these NFL players.
I do have to shout out Bob just because Bob is always in here all the time. He did say it's getting to the point where my new motto is don't be a part of the fucking problem, be the whole fucking problem. I think he was referring to a little bit earlier in the show, but I always got to read Bob's comment out because he's always in here and he's always supporting. So shout out to Bob.
Oh, and Bob will tell you too, like because you know Bob does these ultra marathons and shit.
Yeah,
Dude, do you know like for those ultra marathons and shit? I think it was it mushrooms or something?
Yes.
That they strategically do like mushrooms
microdose?
on their runs because it's performance enhancing
That's
or some
actually kinda
bullshit
sick.
like that, man.
I like that. That's dope.
there's a lot of benefits to psychedelics in like sports and stuff like that when it
Yeah,
comes
man,
to
it's
the microdosing and stuff
crazy,
like that.
man.
Yeah, mushrooms, you could walk for hours and not even
Notice it. Yep.
Well, that was probably my mistake, and I can't do that, like because I can't run for shit. That would be my only hope.
That is hilarious.
And that would not be good. That would not be good. But check us out: Facebook, TikTok, X, Substack. I'm trying to get some shit out there. I'm waiting for these guys to send me some shit too, so we can get some more stuff out there.
You're right. I keep forgetting.
I need something.
I'm
just
sending.
one or,
we
one
got
or
plenty.
two.
Yeah, we got plenty of stuff to send
just
you.
something I can do that's not toe lap exactly related. That's not on there. That just that goes with the current events. You know, just pop that up.
We'll have some stuff for you. I just been.
Yeah, I know. You know, you guys have been doing a lot and putting this together, and
we actually have some good segments that we could say for Friday though.
Oh yeah.
So,
I plan. Pretty much anything we don't do one episode, we'll just move it over to the next episode.
it's
Basically,
right down your alley too, like literally right down your alley.
good. We'll do that. Much appreciated, everybody. Much love. Hump Day. Go get it. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting.